Are you prepared for combat?
You ready for this?
It actually goes, "You're ready for this" as well, I'll have you know. Dreadful. Hi, Sai. How are you today? All right. I will be right back. Okay, welcome everyone. We have a show for you today. We're still doing a little bit of setting up because I'm
eternally busy.
Yes, and I'm trying to sort out the thermal camera for shenanigans, and I have an idea of how to do that, but I need to rejig all of this. Are you still jamming? Are you still being ready for this? Oh, we're going to need that anyway.
I don't know. At least
Check.
I'm on shot.
True. Right, well, I'll be on shot again in a minute. I'm stealing cameras first.
I'm just gonna.
I'm going to take that.
This definitely needs another camera.
Yeah, I'm taking this just. It will all make sense shortly. What on earth? Okay, that cable just has a whole bunch of just hot snot wrapped around it, so that's cool. As in hot melt glue, you know, not actual snot or anything. That's elsewhere.
I mean, we were ill.
Yes, true. Yes, I take it you are recovered now as well.
Mostly. Oh, it's the Intel Holiday Baggie.
What? Oh, yes. What is that? Because it's so. You explain that while I tinker with the camera. I'm sorry for just putting my back to the camera, everyone. I'm fiddling with the camera setup.
I must OBS. Where is OBS? There we go. Right. Bench cam.
Oh, I've just unplugged it. I'm sorry. I've just unplugged it to swap it to this one. This is a great show.
Anyway, so...
We've got a great show for you today, everyone. It's going to be great. You'll see.
It's basically just a little baggie with a sticker and a barcode on it. But it says on there, Intel Holiday 24 promotion code. Warranty void if removed.
Yeah. Like promotion code for what? What do you get? What
I
do you
don't
deem
know.
this for?
There is no promotion code in the baggie.
I see.
But I presume, I didn't actually look, but I presume that with the purchase of your Intel Core Ultra Series 2 265K, there is some sort of code offer thing for the Christmas period of 2024.
Understandable. Have a Merry Christmas. Right.
You filthy animals.
Okay, there we go. I'm a genius.
Fabulous.
Right. So that will be thermal cam. This is not worth it. This is not worth it at all.
Which does not work.
Oh, I haven't plugged it back in, sorry.
Ah!
Yeah, it was unplugged at the other end. Right. That's that. And then...
Oh no.
Oh, give it a sec, it'll come good. There you go. Yeah, it does that sometimes.
Bum, 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 bum. Anyway.
I'll just put this here as just an observation cam, I think. Oh, this is terrible. I hate this. We're just gonna have C stands all across the front of shot. I regret nothing.
Huh.
Is that what I look like when I increase the camera height, is it? Right. Okay. Let's see. Studio mode. So, bench cam with face.
I have disabled the other bench cam.
Okay.
You'll need to re-enable the other bench cam. But yes, do not boil the glühwein.
Quite so.
Huh.
Right. Show. There we go. Hot plate cam will be active. We should probably talk about stuff while I'm setting this up, but whatever. Okay, that's that.
There's also, for some reason, a Gigabyte Z970 board in for repair.
Look, it sounded like a giggle, mate. All right. Right, what's the crop shortcut again? It's Control Shift? No. Good. Alt Shift? That's the one. I'm just going to completely butcher all of this.
And the top. Oh, you've now changed language.
Change language? What? Oh.
You are now cropping in Spanish.
Good.
That's.
All right, that's disgusting, but it'll do. Now we can see everything in one go. The experiment is prepared. Okay. Oh, one more bench cam. That needs to look back a bit. Nope, it needs to move that way a bit. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. There we go. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right. Okay, I'm done tinkering. I'm going to move this. Hi, welcome to the show, everyone. We've got a show for you today. We've got the show with lights and cameras and action. Huh. All right. Right. Garrett back from his deathbed. Everyone seems to have this cold at the moment, regardless of where they live. It wasn't lethal, but it was certainly enough. Like, yeah, it kind of sucked, but I don't know. It wasn't as bad as when I had COVID earlier on in the year. So yeah. However, I am back to normal.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mostly. Somewhat.
Yeah. Wow, this coffee went cold real quick.
I mean, it is like 6 degrees in here.
It's higher than that. It's like, I don't know.
11.
But yeah. Okay. Colds can't survive minus 40 degrees. That would have been the solution, is just to put ourselves in a minus 40 degree environment. Does that mean you can't get a cold if you're in the Arctic? Yeah.
Run away to Canada. Elope.
All right. How's the Christmas stress? Average at the moment. Work is okay. There's a couple of jobs that I'm extremely late on. That's another thing that we might have to do today. I need to spec up some PCs.
Okay.
Because I've been putting it off because I hate specing up PCs.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should just get them to talk to me and I'll sell them too.
It's one of the reasons why I don't sell enough gaming PCs. Is just I hate specing them up. So
guess what I did last week?
Sell 2 gaming PCs. Yeah.
I sold and bought the parts for gaming computers that people asked me for.
Awesome. Yeah, well...
I have now made money.
Maybe I will do that as a special treat.
I have made money.
Yeah.
From my computer shop that I don't have.
Great. Now my co-host has gone into competition against me.
Hello, yes, I work for Adam and IT.
Yeah. Yes, this is Adam.
I am Adam.
He exists. He's real. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. Right. Here I am sat in 23 degrees. That's because you can't turn off the heating.
His 23-degree storeroom.
Yeah. Dimplex heaters are the bomb. Electric heating is expensive, though. Yeah. All right. What?
My style guide is D.
What? Did you just spot that on the back?
Style guide D.
I see. The D is silent. Okay then. Right. Competition, but I don't actually sell anything. I've got ideas of selling things. I might want to sell things.
Talking of selling things, I have more requirements for parts.
I see.
No.
Very well. Okay, right. I think we should have a look at this motherboard and see if it's a nothing burger sooner rather than later, just so we know whether that's actually content or whether we're going to need to rely on backup content. So this motherboard actually came in earlier on today. It is a Gigabyte GA-Z97 HD3, and it is old. And I told the customer it's old, and he got defensive about it. But you know, not everyone can afford brand new computers, so fine. But at the same time, I also said, you realise that my board repair fee starts at £80, right? However, I said, because he reckoned it needed the BIOS chip to be flashed, but also it does come up with a picture on the screen, and I was like, if you're getting a picture, it ain't the BIOS. So I don't think that's what's going on here.
Sorry, slight comment in chat. I'm just like, for maximum profit, sell other people's hardware.
No. So yeah. But I said I'd do diagnostics on it because I was like, okay, look, we've got the podcast this afternoon. We can look at a motherboard and we can see if it does anything interesting. And diagnosing motherboards that don't post properly can be fun. So, and also it's really grotty. So I've also warmed up the Ultrasonic. So we might put it in the tank for naughty motherboards, and it can go blah 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 blah. To the din of 10,000 screeching angels. So yeah, there's also a very small amount.
I've got a video for that.
I see. There's also a very small amount of corrosion right at the bottom as well. So anyway, so I think we should plug this in and just see what it does. There's a non-zero chance that the guy just has a crap power supply or something, and there's nothing wrong with the board. And if that's the case, then I guess we're not looking at this board today.
Okay.
So I'm going to start setting that up, and you can read chat. So let's swap places.
You people. Them.
Yeah.
The chatters.
Caradog laboriously sits down. Greetings, chat. How are you doing? You know.
Good evening. I understand you have things to tell me. Hi, it's me, chat. Hello, Sai. Them, the great unwashed. Yes.
I'll move those over.
Did I get a B580? No, I did not. I have not bought the Battle Mage.
Oh, yes, yes. I was just like, is that a motherboard? No, it's another goddamn card that starts with B. But yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to buy a B580?
Probably not.
Yeah. Not unless the
depends.
European price is fixed, because apparently they're like 400 quid in Europe or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Like
I don't know about those Europeans.
Yeah. Word on the wire
They're
is
fancy.
the US price is brilliant, and it's something, and everyone is super excited about it. And like, I was watching Wan show, Linus is so happy. He's just like, it's something to actually be excited about. There's news, you know. However, apparently, European prices are looking to be like the equivalent of $400 or something like that, or I don't know. So the price might not be so good in the UK and Europe. Citation needed. Oh no, there's the Sparkle for $260.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fine.
Fine. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of want to buy. I might buy one. I kind of want the Intel OEM one though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a
Well,
partner
then.
card. I kind of want the actual Intel Limited one. What are you going well then about?
Overclockers are actually selling the Intel Arc Pros, which just surprised me. I didn't expect anyone to actually like stock them at quote unquote retail.
What is the Arc Pro? Is that just the compute?
It's the
card?
I mean, not being flippant, it's literally the Pro version in the sense of here's a A580. Here's an A580 with the Pro sticker on. Now it will officially work in your CAD software.
Ah, thanks, assholes. Yeah, fair enough.
Because CAD software providers are arseholes.
Yeah.
Also, if you want RAM, there's some just there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll try this one first. This is a 8 gig sticker, 1600. And yes, the CPU in this board is a 4690K i5 for those of you playing along at home. Let's see, second slot.
The Intel OEM limited edition has been taken off of the Overclocker's website, which is unfortunate.
Was it ever? Can you buy stuff directly from Intel? Like, do Intel have a store? Because like you can, because that's one of the ways of getting the Nvidia Fans Edition cards. Just buying it directly from Nvidia. Oh no, they sold through partners though. What about Scan?
Yeah.
What have they got?
Scan didn't have any ARC GPUs at all when I looked a couple of days ago. Like they didn't have any A series or B series.
Wow, maybe they just said no.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, because like, let's face it, until like a week ago, until about a week ago, it's not like anyone had any faith in ARC at all. Like, I legitimately thought Battlemage was dead. I didn't think Battlemage was going to make it out the door. And it's kind of wild that not only has it made it out the door, I see. Not only has it made it out the door, but they potentially made it out the door with an actually competitive product.
Yes.
Which is kind of a big deal. So,
although apparently, in total of Battlemage, there has been 1/4 the number of dies made that they made of Alchemist.
yeah, hopefully they're going to ramp up. Again, was watching Wan show.
I mean, have been made. Production has stopped.
Well, was watching Wan show and Linus was talking about this because Linus spoke to a guy in the ARC division, low level but still a person at ARC, and was just like, you know, are you restocking? When's the restock? And they said, we're planning on having weekly restocks, so there's more coming.
Yeah.
And Linus said, under no uncertain terms, you guys need to not fuck this up. You have something here. Don't screw this up. Actually, like, however many cards you're making, make more. Like, you have something here. Don't screw this up. Make more cards, you know. Now, obviously, that's just him giving some advice to one of the guys in the division. That doesn't mean that anything is going to happen, and it's a low-level guy in the division. But still, you know, he made his feelings clear. He was just like, look, this card could be a very big deal. This could be the bang-for-buck card for the generation.
Womp womp.
No longer available.
Yeah, it's been the original version has been pulled completely.
It was actually a limited edition. That's a shame. Yeah.
Well, it seems like they made about 8 of them.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to end up getting a partner card then. But yeah, I think I might buy one because, you know, like, it will be fun to play with it, and if nothing else, if it is everything that it says it is, it's a card that will be extremely easy to stick in a rig and sell anyway. So, yeah. What do I need? I need a cooler. Can I put this AMD cooler on here?
Apparently, it looks like you might be able to pre-order it from Case King. So, if you care that much about the Intel edition.
I might do that. Just stick a pre-order in, because like, I'm not in a hurry for it. And just, you know, if it appears, it appears. And if it doesn't, then I get my money back, you know?
But yeah, it seems to be very, very limited.
Yeah. Which is, in a way, a little bit disappointing, because I know that Arc didn't exactly have any momentum, but, like, Intel, obviously, like, Intel, the actual, you know, they've been testing them before release. They obviously knew they had something good. How could they not, you know? Because they had the card. They were testing it, and they were like, oh, we've got something good this time. We should probably make a lot of these, you know?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. 4-pin fan. Right. Let's find out if this is a waste of time or not. Where is my widget? Somewhere else?
What, the motherboard starty widget?
Yeah.
It's on the desk.
That's a really sensible place to put it. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. But yeah, there might be... We might actually get like a B770 launch or something like that, which is more what I was interested in.
Oh, that will be one of the higher end ones, I
A
assume.
slightly higher end one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how that goes,
Just
I
because
suppose.
if that comes out in the same sort of scaling at, you know, £350 or something like that, that doesn't seem egregious.
Yeah. It could be super interesting because, like, you know, if this goes well, then Arc is alive, you know.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. A fan bearing shot, I guess. Right. It'll warm up and then it'll speed up and it'll stop making...
Busted it.
No, it'll warm up and then the fan will come good.
Weirdness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just... It's a bad bearing. It happens. Thinking. Right, this is sitting on the post screen, but it hasn't done anything else. It's just saying Gigabyte ultra durable.
Yeah.
So maybe. I'm going to grab memtest so it's got something to try and boot into.
Very well.
And then I'll get capture set up. Where is... There it is. Ascending growl.
That's impressive.
There we go. Sweet.
Perfect.
Right. Capture. Let's see.
But yes.
I've got to set up a million more cables.
The good thing about the graphics cards, the Battle Mage cards though, is they have a minimum of 10 gigs of VRAM. Certainly at the moment, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, which means, you know, like apparent, like the B580 is doing all right in 1440p. I don't think I would buy it for that, but the fact that it's even like the fact that it doesn't completely fall over in that class is a really good sign, you know.
Yeah, the Battle Mage architecture continues the Intel thing of having oddly good odd scaling with resolution, in the sense that going up to 1440p doesn't really seem to change the frame rate all that much.
Yeah, and like I mean I haven't watched reviews in detail. One of the things that I'm curious about that I've not looked into is just compatibility, because obviously Alchemist had big problems. Like we got. You know, we had the A770 here straight out the gate, and thank you. And you know, it worked, and we didn't have any showstoppers, but we certainly were able to reproduce some of the quote-unquote compatibility issues.
Yes.
And I'm curious as to whether that has just all been cleaned up now with Battle Mage. Thank you. Right. Right. Yes.
Well, I was just intrigued as to why the cam link was the Insta360.
It probably defaulted to that because the the capture card wasn't connected at the time when OBS loaded, so it just went to something else instead. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's still doing nothing. So I'll see if I can just go into BIOS setup. Weird. Don't like how just the entire system just powers off and on again when I push the reset button instead of just, you know, resetting.
Ew.
It did like a power cycle as well. It almost felt like it almost feels like it's doing RAM training every time you turn it on. Is this keyboard actually turned on? It is.
Ah, DDR3.
Yes.
Well then.
Yeah, this RAM is untrusted as well, by the way. So yeah, having another, we should probably stick the G skill in just because that's known good. Like most of the DDR3 kits that are in this box, I've no idea what state they're in. They're just kits that I've got kicking around. No, that's not going to do anything. It won't go into BIOS. We should probably reset BIOS as well for good measure. So I'm just going to do that.
It's okay. Oh. The hell are you?
What are you after? Or are you just exploring now?
I was having a quick look just to see if on the shelf there was another Z970 board.
Not that I'm aware of. I've got
why have you got a Z790p?
A Z790p. Oh, that. Yeah, that's kill.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That is kill. You can, however, you can bully that into working, but it'll post one. You have to reset the BIOS every time you want to use it, basically.
I see.
You reset the BIOS and it will post, and then if you reset it, it won't post.
Oh, it was that one.
Yeah. So I kept it lying around because I'm just like, okay, this isn't good for anything, but if I need to test an Intel CPU, a Socket 1200 CPU,
yeah.
It's not reliable, but because it has a known failure mode,
Yeah.
I can check if a CPU works.
Yeah,
So,
you can double check if it's completely dead.
yeah. DDR3 is an automatic bin this crap, in my opinion. I agree. However, the customer was just like, look, it's what I've got. Well, the customer made noises of, look, this is what I've got, okay, kind of thing. I was like, you know what, that's fair. I've got time to spend on a podcast this afternoon. I'll check it out for you, you know. So this is more of a sort of, it's content, you know, rather than this is worth doing. I would not book this in for repair. I would just be like, no, dude, sorry. You can probably buy one of these on eBay for £20 or £30, which is how much I would charge you for diagnostics anyway.
Yeah.
Right, BIOS reset done. Let's see if it does anything. Could you stick the chat on one side so I can...
Whoop. You can buy one with a processor for 80 quid.
Yeah.
One without a processor for £70? Oh no, without.
Still annoyingly expensive then, yeah.
40 quid for a different Asus one.
Will the board recognise a wireless keyboard? Yes, it will, because the receiver is still just a USB keyboard, effectively. As far as the computer does not understand that it is a wireless keyboard, it's not like it's Bluetooth or anything like that.
Huh. You can get one the Asus Sabertooth black version of the one we had for like 70 quid.
Yeah.
It's just like, huh, okay.
Again, just old Intel boards are just too expensive, man.
Well, you can get the Maximus Impact. Oh no, that's parts only. Never mind.
Yeah. Again, it's only good for collector stuff. Right, this is just sitting on the post screen again. It's still not doing anything. Maybe it has got a scrambled BIOS.
Yeah, motherboard, CPU and RAM for £100. Great. Z97 doesn't seem to be particularly good value.
Yeah. Mike Jones says, hey, it's not just a board, it's a motherboard. A family member who was there all that time. A mother you took care of like a child. Just get a new one? Sentimental. I don't get sentimental over hardware, if I'm honest. With a couple of exceptions. I get sentimental over things that are not immediately replaceable. Motherboards and CPUs are just commodities to me, to be honest. Cases I'll get sentimental from. You know, I've still got my old Corsair case out the back, and I will be sentimental about that because, you know, it's a rare case, and that's what you see, kind of thing. A motherboard, I don't know. I don't really care about a motherboard. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, like specific ones. You know, you're way more likely to get sentimental over like the first computer that you built. Not because of the components that it was, but because of what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. What ISO build are you using for testing? I currently use Windows 11 2412. 24H2 Ghost Spectre for testing. Right now, I've just got memtest plugged into this, just so it just starts something that makes it do something. However, it's not doing anything at all. It's just sitting on the post screen, on the Gigabyte splash screen at the moment, and it won't go into BIOS. So, yeah. This has got dual BIOS.
BIOS.
And also, there is that tiny little patch of corrosion down there. I might just toothbrush that super quick. Also, actually, let's see. I'll try a different memory stick in there first. Different RAM stick. Let's actually go through the motions with this. So yeah, short pin 1 and 6 on power up of the main BIOS. Yeah, that's is that power and ground? Just to short out the main BIOS chip so the board thinks that the main BIOS chip isn't responding and falls back to backup. Is that how that works? Bit rot on the BIOS? Yeah. I would expect it to not post if there was an issue with BIOS, but bit rot isn't really a thing. I don't know. Like, yeah, I've seen it before. Like, I don't think anyone actually understands what bit rot is, but it's a known phenomena that sometimes the BIOS will just scramble itself for no reason whatsoever. Like, no one updated it, no one did anything to it, it just fell over and died, you know. People say that it's cosmic rays and stuff like that. I don't know about any of that, but I've got videos where the BIOS just scrambled itself for no reason before. It's not unheard of. So, that is what I would refer to as bit rot per se. I don't know what causes it, but the effect of just the BIOS just randomly becoming corrupted is a thing that can happen. Bad RAM scrambles it. Yeah, you reckon? But by what method? You know. I guess if it's trying to.
Why would the excuse me UEFI or BIOS be in system RAM?
Well, that's just it. I mean, maybe if the board was trying to write some data back to the NV region of the BIOS, and it wrote bad data that was temporarily stored in RAM. Like, I'm kind of grasping at straws here, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Right, I've booted it with a different memory stick in it at the moment. It looks like it's doing exactly the same thing. So I think we can be reasonably sure that we've got working memory in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Should probably have a look at the CPU pins as well, and then I guess we'll try shorting the main BIOS chip to see if it'll fall back.
Oh dear, excuse me.
Yeah. All right. Right. What pins of the BIOS chip did we say again? 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Pin 6, bottom right, second up. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's try that.
Time for a tactical paperclip.
Tweezers. Tweezers. Ugh. Right. So I'll power it off. Powering off.
Or not.
There we go. And I'm going to get this nice and comfortable. Try not to clip any other pins. Right, there we go. Oh, slipped. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Here we go. I've never done this successfully before, but then it's kind of rare to come across it. Well, the board is freaking out, so it's definitely doing something. How long do I hold this for?
Let go after 10 seconds.
That's probably about 10 seconds. The system switched off again.
Yes, it did just turn itself off.
Yeah. I guess I'll turn it on.
It's at least getting somewhere through.
Yeah,
starting, just because obviously as well,
yeah,
it gives you a picture, and obviously you get fan control.
Yeah. I'm kind of feeling a bad CPU on this, actually. I've seen CPUs do this kind of thing, where they'll start, but they're just really unstable.
Yeah. What is this?
It's a 4690K, so 4th gen Intel. So we should have a chip that will go in this. Yeah. That'd be a bummer if it's the CPU, because 4690K, it's a good i5. No, that ain't going to do anything. I'm going to turn it off and have a look at the CPU.
Oh, okay.
Then I think in a minute we should take a break and warm up some of that mulled wine to enjoy while we mess around with this.
There's a 4570T.
Nice. Because suffice to say, we have something here. We have content, so yeah. Fast desolder and bring to programmer. Yeah, the thought occurred to me, Lead Farmer. We'll get to that. However, I agree. I think we're going in that direction.
No. Ooh, getting there.
There's a bent pin.
Getting there.
Only slightly, but there is a single pin that is out. Yeah, I'm going to quickly tweak that and just try it again super quick. It's right on an outer edge, so it's really easy to get to. Why am I doing this with the really big blunt tweezers instead of the sharp ones that I've got right next to me?
I don't know.
Well, you're not a lot of use to me then, are you?
I mean, apparently just like those tweezers.
Owned, yeah.
No one inferred you were a smart man.
Oh. All right. Bam. Right. I'm going to grab a couple of glasses. Oh, I should have brought in some wine glasses so we could be fancy.
Sure. I mean, at least the system posted again. It was successful on that front, but we have got no further. We are still on. Huh. We have nothing. Caradog supports with sarcastic comments. Yeah, basically.
Same thing, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Right. Let's mull some wine and meditate on it. And then we'll carry on tinkering with this thing. So we want to test a different CPU. I think it is worth reprogramming the BIOS, to be honest, because I said to the customer, I said, if you're getting a picture, it's not the BIOS, but I'm not so sure about that. Now I'm actually seeing what it's doing. I thought, I don't know where I thought it was getting stuck, but yeah, I don't know. It seemed unlikely to me, and I think it is still unlikely, but I think it's worth a shot. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we'll get to reprogramming a bit later. We'll try other things like a different CPU and such first. Also, there's that tiny bit of corrosion that I want to toothbrush off as well. And then, if we're still getting nowhere, the ultrasonic is up to temperature. This has come out of a smoker's computer, and it's got just gunge on a lot of places. So I kind of just want to lob the whole thing in the ultrasonic as well, and see if that does it. So, all right. I'm going to turn this off for a sec. Let's do shenanigans. Right. Let's go to capture and display capture, Insta360. How about you? There we go. Oh, I don't want capture. We wanted bench cam. Yeah, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, this grey one is the thermal camera. That's going to make more sense when things start happening.
Huh.
Oh, it's nice and black where it's cold. Yeah. All right. I think the glass lid will probably. I think I just realised what you were doing. All right, here we go, everyone. Hey, look, there it goes.
Fabulous.
I don't know what I expected watching it heat up. Like, it's all coming up in spots. I thought it would be uniform from the outside in, because the whole pot should be heating up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected so. I'd have thought if there was like a flame underneath, yeah, but because the induction will be in, obviously, loops, won't it?
Yeah. Move the pot again. Oh, I don't want to. It'll disturb all the nice spirals. It looks pretty. Do not boil. No, we're not boiling it. We're just warming it up. Bearing in mind, like, you can see all of that to the naked eye. You can see on the...
Oh, if I just put my hand for comparison.
Yeah. You can see on the naked eye cam that visibly nothing is happening. We're just seeing the thermals.
There you go. Ah, hello, Wildflower Lamp. Welcome to a pot on the stove.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this is cool. I think this was worth the trouble. Right, there's a little bit of steam starting to come up, so we'll wait until it's like actually steaming, and then I think that's when I'll class it as ready.
What we'll have to do is get the other thermal camera, so we can then use that as a temperature measurement.
Oh, yeah. Do we still...
Yeah, it's underneath the
Oh,
letters.
yeah. I had it in my head that I gave that to Sai, but apparently I didn't. I should probably give that to Sai at some point, just so he has a thermal camera, even if it's a crap one.
Ooh.
What?
Hold on, if you look at... Oh, it's where this is vibrating.
Oh, I see, yeah.
There were perfect concentric circles. I was just like, oh, what the hell's going on there? Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's the vibration. Never mind.
That's fair. That's probably what's setting off the little motions in the
Yeah.
in the liquid. Can you blow over the pot?
Yes.
I'm
Do you
gonna
have
slow that
anything
down.
clean?
What do you mean anything clean?
To you know...
Oh, I see. To stir it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you implying? I'm hurt already.
Good. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna fight you. I have a teaspoon. It's just about clean.
It
I
moves
think-
according to the Navier-Stokes equations.
I see.
There you go.
Ah. Ow. That's warm but not hot. I forget how much. I forget how far we want to take it. I guess we want to take it so it's just like as
Hot drink temperature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
80-ish C would be
Really?
the maximum.
Oh, the maximum. Yeah.
Yeah. With the way it keeps freezing and then kind of looking like it's resetting, it looks like it's a really bad GIF.
Yeah.
It's not actually a thermal camera, it's just a really bad GIF.
We lied. We've just synchronized this really, really well. Looks so cool, except hot. Yeah. See, yeah, it's a shame it's a shame we can't get any like Windows software to actually get the temperature probing for it. But yeah, for the record, this is the thermal camera just plugged directly into the PC, just raw feed. So yeah.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah, that's probably good to go, I think. I'm going to have a slurp. Almost. Because I've turned it down to 1, I think that's actually not doing anything. It's keeping warm. I'm going to turn it up again. It's gone to sleep, I think.
Oh yeah. And then instantly there were little explosions in the middle.
Yeah. Because this is a really cheap induction plate, when you put it on low temperature, it's just turning off and on periodically.
Yeah.
But the annoying thing is that the duty cycle on it is really, really long. So you just get, it's going cold, it's warming up slightly, it's going cold, which is just not really very useful. Like, can you pulse it like every 2 seconds or something like that? I don't know.
That's probably enough.
That's actually heating again now.
That's probably enough.
Yeah, I think so. Let's have a... That's more like it, yeah, that's good. I'll just turn that off now. All right. All right. Am I doing the honours? You're putting a lot of faith in me here. Or are you just positioning?
Either, both.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Right.
You may receive
I'll
honour.
give you the mouse back. And you can put us back onto face cam.
Dun 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 dun.
Put it in the air fryer for lols. No. How much did you put in? A
A
pint?
full pint.
Okay, yeah. So if
Yes.
I put that to half.
Yes. Just half. Yes. Just under half. We'll give half each.
Perfect. I'm just going to get a bit of kitchen towel just to clear up.
Ah, yes. It's okay, now the bench is clean.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
It's been washed.
I'm going to enjoy some of this super quick, and then we'll change the CPU in this. Someone asked how the pins are now straight. I don't think that bent pin was actually causing an issue. It wasn't screamingly wrong. It was just slightly off. Could have been a ground, could have been anything. So yeah. Hot plate has a fan. Yeah, the hot plate is an induction hot plate, but it has a fan to cool its own electronics. Wow, this is very hot, actually. The little teaspoonful didn't taste like much, but that actually got warmer than I expected.
It's that thing of, oh God, the comparison between something being at a very high temperature but having a very small thermal mass, and something being at a medium temperature but lots and lots of thermal mass.
Yeah.
And the perception of all of the above.
Because when I did the
blah,
taste
blah, blah,
test with
thermal energy match bathtub.
Yeah. When I did the taste test with the spoon, it was almost lukewarm, and I was like, "Oh, that's good enough," kind of thing. But yeah, that was actually well into. Let me. It's just about tolerable to sip, but not comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? There's still more.
I can't believe I made all this mess with all these dribbles.
This is why I can't be trusted with anything.
No, that's other reasons.
Right, I'm going to quickly change out the CPU in this board, and we'll just find out if that's doing anything. Oh. Did I turn it off? I did, good. Wouldn't be the first time.
Hot swap CPU, bro.
Should have enabled temperature readings and software. We don't have any Windows software for the thermal cam. It's just the raw video stream at the moment. Do you know of any Windows software
for the infrared?
Yeah, for the infrared. Like, I haven't looked. I'm sure I asked this question at some point, and someone said, "Oh yeah, there is a tool for this," but I've forgotten what the answers to that was. Right.
Infrared P2 Pro has an official one.
Oh, really?
To Google! You sent the link many times.
Look.
C, floor lamp. The mistake you made is you sent it to Graham. Was it by email?
I'm going to turn this on again and see if it does the thing. Heavy sigh. Facts.
X infrared. Huh. Today I learned Xfirm for Android is actually the official software from the same people for P2 Pro.
Oh, yeah.
P2 Pro Windows.
I feel bad now because I told Buildzoid that there wasn't Windows software for it, but I don't think this would have achieved. I mean, it might have done what he wanted, but yeah.
Oh wait, I emailed you a link to something else. It was in fact a virus.
Gonna hack my Fortnite account.
It will steal your email account details and reply to the emails offering you free money.
Okay, I changed the CPU in this. It's doing exactly the same thing. So, not the CPU.
Stop telling me to change the language of my keyboard.
So yeah, I think we're going to try and flash the BIOS on this after all. I'm going to restart it and spam the end key to see if it'll actually go to Q flash.
End.
And I don't have an end key on this keyboard. So that wasn't that funny.
No, I breathed in as you said that, so it sounded like I was laughing. I was actually choking on the alcohol vapors.
I see. Yeah. I'm going to get a USB keyboard that's got the full key set on it. Because although it won't, like it won't go into bar, so I can't see a world where this is going to work. But just on the off chance that it will actually let me into Q-Flash.
Surely, if you're going to do that, you need to go all the way and use a PS2 keyboard.
Yeah, we have got one.
There was one in the test bench.
Yeah, it's over there. It's around somewhere. We have it around. I know it exists, but it doesn't matter. I've got this now.
I saw 3 keyboards and was just like, is it one of these? No.
No, yeah.
Because if it was that fast, I was just going to be like, there we go.
Yeah, I know it exists. I'm not... Are you all right there?
Oh no, we have to restart Windows.
Oh my god.
Later.
I'm assuming that's a not really thing.
/ very silent.
Right, I'm spamming the end key to see if it'll go directly to Q-Flash, which it probably won't. Cool. That's a lot sharper than I remember it being, but I suppose it is wine.
I mean, it is D.
The D is for dank.
I don't know. I need German words starting with a D that means sweet.
Still a 3-volt chip? Yeah, almost certainly. Yeah, because it's it's a SOP 8 package. The leggy boys. All right, it won't go into Q-Flash. Right, well, my track record for... Oh yeah, no, I'm going to clean up that little bit of corrosion. I was going to say my track record for motherboard BIOS reflashes is pretty piss at the moment, so I'm not thrilled at the idea of doing that on this.
Is there, by any chance, an option for not Chinese?
Get out your phone and use the translator.
Basically, but I was just like, is there an option for not Chinese?
Yeah.
No. Also, I'm not going to disturb that end of the arrangement. I'm going to unplug it from the other end of the arrangement.
What are you actually... Oh, you just replugging the camera or something?
Yes.
Fair enough. You might need to deactivate it in OBS so the software can control it. All right. The first hour of the stream, we've done nothing. No, we've boiled up some wine and we've started diagnosing.
Oh, hold on. That one. There we go. Nope. That one is the thermal camera.
Yeah.
Deactivate.
You cancelled that. Okay. Yeah. No. Fair enough. Yeah.
No, that is fine. That's all good.
Cool.
Time to translate.
What was I about to do? Oh yeah, I'm just going to quickly toothpaste this tiny little bit of corrosion that's on the board, on the off chance that that is actually causing a problem.
Would you like to translate from Dutch? No, not this time.
That tiny bit of corrosion, I think, was on the front panel header circuit, so I can't see a world where that's causing an issue.
Oh, language.
Language.
English.
Huzzah!
Did it.
Where was it, just out of interest, just so I know in the future? File, and then the top. Yeah, the first breakout menu. Yeah. Groovy. Oh, there we go. It's doing stuff. Yeah.
It's live!
Do you want to stick it on desktop view so people can see what you're doing?
I will do in a second, because I'm seeing if I can do anything else with this first. Like, make it a camera that other things can see.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
You're going to have to do a screen capture on the software. I don't... That looks kind of weird and wacky. Like, show people what's going on. What
Nope,
the discovery?
I have no idea.
The discovery is the interesting bit. Like, this is content, my dude.
There we go. I was hoping that was going to be a really quick and easy option.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
Yeah. That's the disadvantage of using
FFC?
the software, is that now in order to get this into OBS, we have to screen capture this software. But yeah.
Isothermal temp bar. There we go. Now
Can
we
you
have
set minimum
temperatures.
and maximum ranges? Yeah. No? Oh, I think that's just showing what the minimum and maximum is.
Ooh,
oh, no, there you go.
there you go.
Yeah. So you can... Yeah. So this allows you to... Like, you've seen Paul Daniels' camera, right? This is how he's doing that. He's got the minimum set really high, so he just gets an orange flare where something is happening, instead of getting a heat map across the entire board.
That's cool, though.
Yeah. It's a shame it can't, like, increase the size of the picture. Like, well, maybe you can, like, zoom in. Yeah, there's a zoom thing on the left there. There's a magnifying glass on the left-hand menu that might make the picture bigger.
Zoom on.
I see.
Zoom
Okay.
off.
Perhaps that's for a more sophisticated camera that actually has a literal zoom function. You spin me right round, baby, right? Okay, let's turn this back on again. Spin.
Wheat. Anyway. Oh, you can set temperature alarms.
Yeah, so you can use it to monitor something and see if something goes over temperature. I mean, the interesting part is this does allow us, you can stick a point on that and go, how hot is the pan? So like the top left target button, you can just say how hot is the middle of the screen. Top left? Yeah, then just click where you want to get a point.
Huh.
There you go. So
I now have white text on a white background.
awesome. Okay.
There we go. It's 29 Celsius.
It's not helpful, but okay. Yeah.
Why is it white on white?
Yeah. Still, okay, the software works though.
I like how
the
Floor
important
Lamp's
thing.
just like, I'll let you figure this
Yeah.
out.
Like,
I'm going to get drunk. It's the only way I can deal with you.
like the fact that this software actually works and it looks like there is a lot of functionality in here somewhere means that it's actually probably worth me sorting out an actual real mount for the thermal camera, so I can do a Paul Daniels and be like, and put a thermal camera tripod out. You know, this is an old version.
Well, this is the version that was linked to by their website.
Yeah.
So you can give me a new one.
If you have a link to an up-to-date one, DM it to me now because I'm logged into Discord on this computer, so we can get it right now. This motherboard isn't working after scrubbing that little bit of corrosion. So, all right.
Oh, there you go. I'm going to go face cam. We are on face cam.
Huzzah. I'm going to take all the bits off of this because it's still not working. Right. Reprogram the BIOS, or should we reprogram the BIOS, or should we ultrasonic the board first? I kind of want to ultrasonic the board,
Okay.
just so it's clean before I start soldering on a really grotty board.
But shouldn't you solder on it, then ultrasonic it so it's nice and clean?
Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah. So it was mission critical corrosion. Yeah. Well, the corrosion was down on some was on like some capacitors and resistors next to the front panel headers. So like, yeah, I don't think that was having any impact on it. It was close enough to the BIOS chips that I thought it might be RTC related, but all the RTC stuff is above the BIOS chips, not below it, so that's not going to be it.
Oh, I see. This is the Top Don software.
I see.
And Top Don uses the same sensor, hence it's compatible. So yes.
I think board 2's second BIOS has failed. I don't even know if it triggered the second BIOS. This is one of the things that I don't like about the Gigabyte dual BIOS system, is you don't know what it's actually doing. There's no indication as to what it's actually doing. Did it try and boot from the second BIOS? Who knows? So yeah, hot wine yuck. Your yuck, David Allen. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. Welcome, friend.
I'm worried about whether this stream's professional or not.
Well, look, he came in guns blazing, all right? That's what happens, you know.
I will say, though, I do have high hopes for the gingerbread flavoured one.
I'll try it. I don't like ginger, but then on the other hand, like that ginger... I require more alcohol, yeah.
I spilled my wine.
Look, Floor Lamp, you're always welcome on the show in person. I'm not paying you to come up here, but if you happen to be in town, whatever, you know.
April next year.
Is that a thing that's been going on?
No. I bet I will make it a thing.
Okay. Very well. All wine is vile. Some wine can be vile. I don't like white wine. I only like red wine. Make your life miserable in person. Why not?
Do you know the best thing about the difference between red and white wine?
Tell me.
There isn't one. They taste the same. The taste difference is based on temperature.
I don't believe you. Like, I'd have to have both in front of me, but just, like, I don't believe you.
They're almost functionally identical to the human taste receptors.
JD says, Carrie, you're talking shit. I don't believe you. No, I don't believe that. Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but I don't believe you.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks nicer. Yeah, that looks way more
It's still
fancy.
in English.
Yeah. It's very cozy, this, though. Yeah. All right. I'm going to set up...
Can I have this not white on...
Yeah.
On yellow?
Changing gain mode. Gain setting was a success. We gained something. Right. I'm going to set up on the bench over there to desolder the BIOS chips from this. You switch back over to desktop capture and show the people dicking around with the thermal camera while I do that.
Okay. Apparently it's in high quality mode now.
Yeah, it looks like it's doing something. Looks like, yeah, it looks like it's...
Hold on. There we go. Don't mind me.
Are you okay, Caradog? Like, you've had a sip of this wine. It's not that strong, and like, if I'm not drunk yet,
No,
then
I
you're
just
definitely
could
not
not find the option.
Understand? You're just having a good time. All right. Graham, battery voltage? Sure. I can't see a world where this is a battery issue, but I'll check it just for science. Excuse me? I cannot see any world where a bad BIOS battery would cause these symptoms, but if it's crap, we'll swap it out. Because, like, I've inferred this before, but if you're about to take a soldering iron to a circuit board, you better be damn sure that it's not something as simple as the BIOS battery. So, yeah.
Oh.
No, the battery's new. It's 3.3 volts. That's already been changed. Customer's probably already done that. All right.
Open the picture. Okay. Nope. Damn it. There you go. Are you sure you want to delete all items?
Look at this photograph.
Enable full area temp measuring. Okay. Oop. Zoom on. Zoom on. Zoom off.
you there. Move you to there.
Oh.
Turn on some lights. Did I shut down this computer? No, good.
Interesting. Okay.
Ba, 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 ba. Right.
Oh, interesting. You can set like atmospheric temperatures and reflection temperatures and humidities and emissivities and stuff. I'm just trying to work out what.
You'd probably build this into like a product testing rig where you've made a product and you want to see like you need to leave the product running with a thermal camera pointing at it and see how hot it gets over the course of 24 hours of use, and does it suddenly create condensation inside it and stuff like that.
I guess. Yeah, no. Oh, that's kind of interesting as a concept. Have it so it triggers so the maximum temperature flashes like red.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you could set a maximum temperature and then you have a big red warning, warning, this is hot.
Kind of
thing, yeah.
Huh. Very well.
Let's see. Oh, actually, I will do capture because then we can capture software as well. Plug that into there again.
Fine.
Plug that into
Fair enough.
there. Oh. Ba 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 ba. I'm going to steal my stool. Oh.
Scandalous. Hold on, where's the point thing gone? There.
Right, let's close that.
That does work. Because I pulled the liquid in the thing
Yeah.
and then added a point onto it, you can also just see what temperature the fluid is
Yeah. Fair enough.
with a fixed point. I was just like, oh, does it actually work off of the surface? Like, does it reflect or something?
Yeah.
So yes. Are you actually showing things you wish to be captured?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
about to, though. Window projector preview.
Huh.
Right, can you just check what I'm sending out?
You are projectoring the chip.
Cool. Is that full screened?
It is maximized, yes.
Yeah, that's the intent, yeah. This is the simplest thing that I can... This makes it nice and easy for me to control what is going to that screen, so...
Oh no! Oh no! The cam link is not the cam link.
Imagine our things being correct. Oh, I'm going to come and get my heckin' glue wine.
There we go.
Okay. Right. I'm going to desolder this chip and we're going to blast a new BIOS onto it and see what happens.
Pow.
And we've got... There's a bunch of plastic all around the area, so we've got SATA connectors there, we've got front panel connectors there, and we've got PCI Express ports there. Oh, what the hell? Look at that. That's kind of gunge as well.
Take a look at that. Anyway.
This is why I wanted to just lob the whole thing in the Ultrasonic.
Ah, you have corrosion in your slot.
Yeah, like, I can't see a world
Oh,
where
look at
that's
the pins
causing
in
the
the
symptom.
top right as well. The pins in the top
Yeah.
right as well as at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Like,
Can you focus at board level?
to the board, yeah. Hang on
Yeah.
a sec. I need to go out to get to there. I mean, that's
back
to
a little bit.
What do you want me to focus on?
The bottom of the slot.
The bottom of the slot. Okay, yeah, I get you.
Just because that corrosion in there as well. I didn't realise they were different heights.
Yeah, that's the one problem with this scope, with the autofocus, is it's just got touch controls for the focus,
Oh, I see.
which means it's really hard to just manually select things. But
ugh.
yeah, either way, there's some grot in there. I can't see a world where that is our problem.
PCIRST is the same as PLTRST. If that's somehow shorted to ground, even partially, system won't fire up firmware. Floor lamp says throw it in the USC.
Yeah, yeah. Let's ultrasonic it before we take a soldering iron to it. This is why I turned on the ultrasonic. Yeah, okay, we're coming back. Yeah. This is exactly why I wanted to do that, is just who knows what other spots there are here, there, and everywhere that we just haven't spotted. So let's do that. So I'm going to take the CPU rack out.
I'm not going to ultrasonic this with the CPU in, or with the CMOS battery in.
Oh yeah, I would have forgotten that. I was going to take off the heat sinks, but you know. This is going to make my ultrasonic water really gross. Oh, there's a back plate on here as well. Are you going to come off? Yes, you will come off. Right, pair of pliers.
I'm going to take this off with a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
You have been removed.
Your services are no longer required. Don't worry, it's just a push pin. That was a visceral reaction from you. That was...
It sounded like you just kind of taken the ball, just kind of gone, nom.
VRM heatsink. You. And PCH heatsink.
Have you got to get the correct fluid in the ultrasonic to give the correct, you know, audio reproduction? Because you don't want any interference on the sound waves.
Don't think so. I don't know where you're going with this.
You know, have you got to use a gold-plated power cable to avoid interference?
No. Right, oh, come on. That one's wonky. I think that just went through. There we go.
The PCH just has a crater in it.
I was going to say, just like, you take that off and it's like, have I just ripped off the PCH die? It's like, no, that's just thermal interface. It's fine.
Oh, look, there's a crater in this. It appears to be broken.
All right. Cool. No, I can't be asked to drag a camera out to look at me putting the thing in the tank. So I'm just going to go and put this in the ultrasonic now. I was going to say, can you mute my microphone, please?
Well, there's your problem. You have a hole in your PCH.
All right.
That beep sounded very much like something was dying.
Oh yeah, the beeper on the ultrasonic is really sickly. It's like, eh. Okay, right. The motherboard is being demotherboarded.
Tell us your secrets.
Have I talked about Mendip Mark yet? Oh, is that the guy that did the audio amp repair that got taken down? I'm not gonna lie. I saw the news and I was like, oh, that's a thing. But I'm not going to have too much of this, by the way, before you make a shit ton of it. Especially because I want to try some of the other one. Yeah, I saw the headline, but I haven't looked into it much because it's just, oh, that's the thing that's happening. You know, that's pretty crappy as well.
What happened?
So a YouTube channel, I'm assuming Mendit Mark, he did a repair video showing a very detailed teardown and repair of a high-end amplifier. And
cool.
the company that makes the amplifier, the brand name of it, issued a takedown on the video and had it taken down. And they were and presumably just like trade secrets or something. I don't know. I haven't watched the details about it. But it's obviously kicked up a big old. It's kicked up a hornet's nest about it, and yeah, it's kind of scummy and it's a bit lame. Court case would go hard. Yeah, like I don't know on what basis the video has actually been taken down. It's kind of funny watching the hotspot moving around with the swirl there. The amp turned out to be embarrassing on the inside. Oh no, oh that's a shame. Is that why they wanted it taken down then? Not because they were showing people how to fix their stuff, but because the guy opened up the amp and was just like, that's about $100 worth of parts, people. Because, yeah, oof, yikes. What cleaning solution am I using? I have deionized water and a generic brand flux remover, ultrasonic solution. It's audio stuff, overpriced garbage most of the time. Yesn't, you know, there is good audio stuff. It's not all overpriced, but then on the other hand, if it's like £25,000, then yeah, that's I don't know what you can do to a device to make it worth £25,000. You know, as Dave Jones would say, you know, there's only so much you can gild the lily. You know, you can put in like gold-plated everything. You can use the most expensive components you can find. There's only so expensive you can make a product, you know.
Yeah.
Hell, the what was the Juicero? The Juicero juice squeezer, the most notorious over-engineered product of all time kind of thing. The meme, the legend, was actually incredibly well engineered. But there was still only so expensive they could make it. It was still like $600 or $700, and that was over-engineered as hell, you know. Could you mute me, please? I need to go and turn the board over.
Yes, I'm now doing a science.
Okay, tell the people what you're doing.
Looking at what temperature basically the settings go to on here, just like setting 1 seem to be letting the temperature just drop well below 60 degrees, but setting 2 seems to be roughly the one that we'd actually want to use for heating this stuff up, just because it seems to be keeping it in the mid 60s. So that's not awful. It's roughly in the range we want. So it's basically just a case of saying, can we find a setting that actually specifically heats it to roughly the temperature we actually want, and can just leave it there forever and just be like, ta-da! Have you escaped?
Yeah. The power cable goes over the top of the door so it catches when it falls down and such.
No, okay. The answer is no. Unfortunately, the temperature we want to try and maintain for this is between setting 2 and 3.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah. Yeah, so you can't meaningfully keep it warm.
Yeah.
But then on the
But that's
on the
basically
other hand, though,
what I was trying to just find.
Yeah.
But it also appears that setting 1 and 2 are functionally useless because they're below 70 Celsius.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not overly useful for food. That's not a food safe temperature.
No. I guess it's Well, I was about to say, I guess it's good if you have finished cooking something and you just want it to, like, not stay at temperature, but just not go stone cold kind of thing. But on the flip side, like, the food is going to do that on its own accord anyway, you know.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Can use it to warm something from cold. I guess, yeah, if you want to heat something really slowly, you can just bring it up from stone cold to not stone cold and then ramp, but yeah. Again, the main issue seems to be is just that the pulses on low settings are too far apart.
Yes. Ta-da!
Cool.
Have some software which does some stuff.
Yeah. Very nice.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that she dances around as well. He's just like, this bit's hot. Oh no, this bit. Oh, this bit.
Yeah. Winston Wolf said he got a copyright strike down from YouTube, despite him asking, he's not been told why. Yeah, see, I think YouTube need to be real hecking careful here, because that's the thing, is just like...
I mean, it sounds like the same game plan that Nintendo and Sony used when there were negative reviews of their hardware, and they were just copyright striking every single one of the reviews because it was using their company name in bad light.
Yeah. And this then brings to light just the fact that there's no human process with YouTube. Like, that video might get restored because if you kick up enough fuss, then YouTube take notice and a human steps in and looks at that and be like, oh yeah, this is blatantly fair use. But this is the issue, is that you have to have clout in order to get a human to step in and actually make a sensible judgment call. And this is the old case of the big channels get justice because they've got enough clout to get notice. The little guys get screwed because no one's going to pay attention to you if you have 1,000 subscribers, you know. So yeah. Doesn't YouTube just use their AI to regulate the copyrights? This is exactly it. And in order, like, it only goes so far because, you know, if you get copy, you can just take it to court. You know, if someone copyright strikes you, you can just say, I disagree. I'll see you in court. But now you have to go and see them in court. And this is the thing. It's like that old story when people talk about fair use as well. Fair use isn't a right, it's a defense.
Yeah.
If you want to claim fair use, you claim that in front of a judge in a court. Are you sure you want to go to court? Because that is expensive and lengthy, and you're going up against a big company that has real lawyers. Are you sure you want to play that game? You know, that's kind of the issue.
Sorry, laughing at what JD says.
Now we need a shirt with the trippy swirls with when you breathe the solder fumes. Yeah, I did have an idea for a t-shirt design that just had like it had a soldering iron arranged like an incense stick with flux fumes coming off of it saying forbidden incense.
Yeah.
So I want that to be a thing.
Yes.
Right, the board is complete, so I'm going to go and do some quick treatment of it. So my quick and dirty post-ultrasonic process is drain the board, use an air blaster to blow all the water off, rinse it down with IPA on both sides, and then blow all of the IPA off again, trying to blow everything under all of the chips and stuff like that, and then just blow dry, basically. That's a quick and dirty post-ultrasonic treatment process. So that is what I'm going to quickly do.
Very well.
A friend sent me some scented candles called NC559. Guess what they smell like? Do they smell nice, and are they actually toxic? Because that's really, 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 really funny, and I want them. So you'll need to mute me because I'm going to make a noise.
Ha! Get muted. Oh. Yes. C. They're not toxic, but they smell like pine, just like the flux. Very well. It's so shiny! Start bloody singing Moana. I'm going to have to make the video for Graham at this point. What, the merch video? Just appear in all of Graham's merch. Just be like, hello, you too can buy all of this. It's available on this here website. You can look fancy and dandy. You can also support your favourite YouTuber, Graham. That's horrifying. What's worse is I think it's like 10 times more likely that I'd actually make the video. Favourite might be a stretch. Tell me how many other YouTubers you turn up for the live stream for every week when they're doing exciting things like ultrasonicking a Z97 board and drinking alcohol. Yes, Graham does want one of those candles. Of course you turn up for me. I'm fabulous and wonderful. So yes. We're only here for you. Oh no, I'm sorry, Graham. I've stolen your audience. They're here for me.
You can't kick me out of the band. I am the band.
I mean, I can. I've got your last pass. How hard is it to remove a manager from a YouTube brand account? The Caradog show filmed in front of a live audience. They were live at one point. Not hard at all, says JD. Just a soundboard of really awful clips from things. Make a surprise merch promotion video. Add it to the channel. Say nothing and then see if he notices. I mean, I would hope he notices when he suddenly starts finding money appearing in his bank account. But I don't know. I feel like that would be a bit of a stretch for awareness. New channel, Caradog Talks Tech. No, that requires like the effort of actually making content. Whereas here I can just turn up and talk, chat, and occasionally be profound. Caradog Taunts Tech. This is a vat of wine, and if you don't give me what I want, I'll put you in it. Threats of violence generally work quite well. Also, hello, Graham. Yes. Makes other types of content not YouTube appropriate. I don't know, I make some YouTube appropriate content. You just have to find it.
Did you top me up?
No.
Wow, I haven't drunk much of that.
You should get on that. Do I think it's worth getting a 7950X for £420? Maybe. I will give you an answer of solidly maybe. Do you actually need that number of cores? Is going to be my question.
Yeah, not for gaming.
I mean, it's a reasonably good price for a 7950X.
Yeah, but
However,
also that's 7800X 3D money. And the 7800X 3D will absolutely demolish it in games. So yeah, like if you're doing workstation stuff, like you're doing video editing, Blender, that kind of thing, the 7950X is going to shred. But if you're gaming, the 7800X 3D will annihilate it. I dry them for 30 minutes on the preheater. Normally I would give it more dry time as well. However, because we're on the show, I just air blasted it to death, basically. So yeah.
I would certainly get a 7950X over a 7900, but only because I can. And I'd rather have 8 cores on my CCD instead of 6. But that's because I mix use my computer and do play games on it and stuff as well. So, but yeah, if it is purely going to be workstation tasks and no gaming, or gaming is a far tertiary option, then yeah, sure, it's fine. If your computer is 50% gaming, 60% gaming, get a 7800X3D, 9800X3D, because you still have 8 cores.
Yeah.
They're still fast cores.
Still going to be stonking fast in general purpose workloads anyway. Right. Look at that. Looks like it came out the box yesterday.
Ooh.
I mean, you didn't look at it too hard before we looked at it, I don't think, but...
I mean, there's less shit in the back of the IO.
Yeah, it actually looks black and silver now. It had the Deus Ex Human Revolution piss filter on it. I was debating whether to call it that or not, but let's call it what it is. But yeah, now it actually looks like a new motherboard, which is nice. That came out really nicely. So I'll stick the heat sinks back on it, and we'll just see if that's made any difference whatsoever. There's smoker's dust on these heat sinks. They're a little bit grot. I should have peeled off the thermal interface pads and lobbed the heat sinks in as well. That's not really going to matter though, so I'm not going to fuss about that.
Oh yeah, see what you mean about those pins. Those pins are all a little bit...
Yeah, see what I mean? None of them are... Like, I wouldn't call any of them that's a problem, but...
That one's the most off.
Yeah, I think I tweaked that one, but it probably wants another poke. Let's have another look. Oh, that's all right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the customer CPU?
Fair enough. If it is for a true workstation, then yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for an actual workstation, I think that's a good... Yeah, that sounds like a good price and good CPU.
The other point I would say is that workstation in the sense of workstation, or is that simply a station on which one does work? Because do you actually need 16 cores? Or more precisely, do you need more than 8 cores? So, yeah. I don't know what your specific setup is.
Cool.
Yes. One day there will be UK stock of the 9800X3D.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. I was really excited about the X3D chips for a short amount of time, but now I'm kind of not excited for them anymore because they're just unobtainium and they're expensive. You know, like they're good. I think they're worth the money, but you have to have the budget for them. You know, when the 5800X3D came out, that was kind of this scrappy underdog CPU that AMD had cobbled together and be like, here, have a crap ton of level 3 cache, lol, 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 lol. And whereas now AMD know that they have something with the X3D chips, so they're pricing them as appropriate. Which is not to say that the pricing is unfair, it's just not that, you know, it's not that YOLO underdog price tag anymore, you know.
Yeah. We have got to the point now, though, that for the majority of GPUs, you are okay with the cheaper processors.
Yeah.
We have kind of swung back around that way, because certainly for like 11th gen, 12th, the start of 12th gen, and on the, you know, what that lined up with 2000 series, 3000 series, 5000 series before the X3Ds, we were at the point where it was kind of a case of you kind of needed the fastest gaming CPU to match up with anything but budget graphics cards, because the CPUs were kind of behind that curve.
Yeah.
And then we kind of have got CPUs in front of the GPU curve again.
Yeah, the minimum standard is very high now. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is just a fact of obviously that's going to swing again.
It's now one of those things where I'm finding myself having conversations with customers where I'm just like, I know the X3D is shiny and we all want one, but you don't actually need it.
Yeah.
You know?
The 76, 77, 78 non-X3Ds are all excellent. 96 and 9700s are all excellent. So, you know, you're not really doing wrong with those.
Yeah.
7500F is incredible for, you know, £105 delivered. So yeah.
RAM. I should try the RAM in another slot as well. I can't see a world where that's it, but just for posterity.
But yeah. I will triple check. We are on Facecam, Discord.
Isn't one of the Micro Center exclusive? Yeah, the 7600 X3D.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a bummer because that would be a fantastic, you know, quote unquote underdog one.
White, grey, or green?
Are they all the same flavour?
Flux 559 V3, Burning Semiconductors, or Jungle?
Oh my god, you've got...
Jungle, as in, is that jungle juice?
Or jungle is massive.
Wicked.
I just love the Burning Semiconductors one. It's just like, this is the magic smoke. Burning Semiconductors, that would just give me... That's just nightmare fuel. Like, no one wants to smell that. Burning Semiconductors is something that's gone terribly wrong. I would definitely just say Flux. So yeah, the last one is an insider. I understand the reference. I don't know what it smells like, but I know what it's I know what it's referencing. Yes, I'll take the Flux one. Hook me up, bro.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, right. I've got power. I've got a fan. I've got some RAM.
Quick question on RAM. Is DDR5 6000 CL30 the sweet spot for price performance? Basically,
I would say yeah.
I would go one step further and just say that look at the full list of the primary timings, just because there are two bins that I've seen become really common. There is one that's like 30, 36, 36, 78, and another one that I've seen pop up a lot that's saying like 30, 88, 88, 88, 200 or something ridiculous. And it's just like, those timings are awful and do not. So just double check the other primary timings aren't the one that's completely dumb. Oh, you just have... I finish.
That caught you by surprise, but everyone else saw me going before I sneezed.
Bless you.
It hasn't made a difference. We're still stuck on the post screen. I'm going to reprogram the BIOS on this. Yeah. Broadly speaking, though, 6000 CL30 is like, if you buy 6000 CL30, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Basically, there's no point in trying to go faster than 6000 unless you're going mega fast, in which case you know what you're doing. I mean, on Intel you can, but on AMD, At 6,000 megatransfers, your infinity fabric is going to be at 2,000 megahertz. And if you try and go faster than 6,000 megahertz, the infinity fabric has to drop in speed. So you will actually lose performance unless you go really freaking fast or dial in some very, very magic timings, in which case you know what you're doing. So with AMD, sometimes you have to go slower to go faster. So basically you're aiming for 6,000. Right, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go back to the other bench and set up to take the BIOS chip off of this board.
God, Corsair Vengeance continues to be actually cheap and decent.
Yeah. There's a reason why everyone runs Corsair RAM. It's just really good bang for buck.
Yeah, there's a Corsair Vengeance kit that is 90 quid, 32 gigs, DDR5 6000. Screw up the words. And it is, 30, 36, 36, 76, which is precisely what you want.
I need to check what sub-timings my RAM at home has, because I know I've got 6000 CL30, but I don't know what any of the other timings are. I continue to forget which numbers are which. Right. Whoop. Good. All right.
Excellent. Shall I enable the desktop capture?
Sure. So I'm going to desolder the main BIOS chip. We're going to put that in a programmer and just bash the latest BIOS onto it.
Cool.
And it's going to be a very just smash the BIOS onto it. Don't try and preserve any data. Just see what happens. However, unlike last time now, if I wander back down to the PCI Express ports, as you can see, those are clean now. You can see a little bit of green tinge on those pins. Just, you'd have to scrub that to get it clean, but that's not causing a problem anymore, basically. If we wanted to use these slots, that might be an issue, but this is a PCI slot. It's not even PCI Express. Ain't nobody putting anything in that slot anyway. As long as it's not shorted out, who cares? So, I'm going to just wet all those joins with some fresh solder, and then I'm going to hot air it off the board with high heat, low airflow to preserve the other plastic bits. Actually, I lie. I'm going to go low airflow. I did that once before and it worked.
Oh, yeah. As Arnold kind of reconfirms, you don't need to back it up unless it's Intel Ethernet. Then the GBE serial is in there.
Yeah.
Which is the only thing you'd kind of care about.
I can't see a world where this motherboard has Intel Gigabit Ethernet on it, because it's a HD.
It's a
Yeah. What's it called again?
HSD?
No, the Gigabyte series, the ultra durable. Yeah. Those
were at this time the high-end boards. The ultra durables were the high-end boards.
Were they? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were the high-end Intel boards.
Oh, maybe it has got
the ultra durable 5, 6, 7, 9, that sort of thing. Those were the high-end ones.
Well, someone can tell me if the GA Z97 HD3 has got Gigabit Ethernet on it.
That's not an ultra durable.
It has the ultra durable splash screen.
But it's not an ultra durable because those are blah, 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 dash UD 3, 5, 7.
Fair enough.
Which were the high-end series.
Yeah.
Yeah, the branding was just Gigabyte Ultra Durable at this time.
Very well.
I failed to explain that clearly.
Yeah. Oh, Aorus wasn't a thing yet at this point.
Yes.
Oh, I picked up the crap pair of tweezers.
Do you need me to bring you tweezers?
Nah, I just bent them into shape. It's fine. Oh, wow, that moved really easily. I'm only at 320 degrees. I didn't think that was going to move so easily.
I mean, isn't it a fourth of a layer PCB?
It is a 4-layer PCB, and also it's a SOP 8 package, and yeah, It's not the WSON8 that we looked at last time where it's surface mount and you've got to actually get heat underneath the chip.
Is this also a chip that you can actually program using your not slow programmer? Because the voltages are compatible.
Yes, it is a 3-volt chip. We should probably double check that because I've made this mistake before. What are you? Autofocus.
Reflow the PCI slot? No, do not reflow the PCI slot.
Why?
It's a
Who
BIOS
cares?
chip.
Why? Why? Right, hold on. I've got to clean this chip up because I can't read it.
It's a M, J, Q, Orion. Wait.
You're right there. Right, someone write this down. 25L6473E.
Sorry, what do you say?
25L6473E.
Oh, 3E. Oh. Telescopic crane for construction sites?
I love telescopic cranes.
A sludge cylindrical lock?
No.
A Von Duprin exit device?
Caradog Plus.
A Falcon motorized exit device? No, there are no chips coming up for this. I don't know what I put in, but it wasn't correct.
Well, we'll see what the RT809F says it is then. Right, where's my...
Arnold says it's 3.3 volt.
Yeah, it's a heckin' SOP8. It's not going to be anything else. Where is my SOP8 adapter? I don't know where my SOP8 adapter is, so I'm going to use the Grabby Boy. I'm going to use the Grabby Boy, which sometimes works as a treat. Where
Sorry,
is pin 1?
MX, if L letter is U, then is 1.8.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair enough.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, so this is a 25L.
Oh,
if it was a 25U.
If it's a U, not an L,
Yeah.
it's right.
All right, that looks in to me. Pin 1 goes there. All right.
Oh, I got very confused. The preview suddenly skipped back to the beginning of the stream where I lifted the lid off of the pot. And I was just like, why is that what I'm streaming right now?
Oh, yeah, the preview's whack.
How is there a thermal camera right now? What's going on?
Let's see. RT809F. I'm going to switch over to... I'll switch over to the software view in a sec because there's nothing to see. All the bench cams are over on the podcast bench, so I can't give you a bench cam view of anything right now.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Right, 25 is the series. L is marking for capacity and voltage, then capacity and a series code. Excellent. We can see DuckDuckGo.
Yes. I don't need that open right now. I need to look up the BIOS in a sec. Right. Smart Identify. Ugh. MX256405. Right. What did we actually have? Oh, I can look. I've got a heckin' scope right here. 6473. 6473E. There we go. All right.
Do you need to select NXIC on the left, not generic whatsits?
6473E. There we go. That'll do. Macronix is MXIC. So.
These are Micronics?
Macronix? I don't know. That's what MXIC is.
Yeah. These are Macronics. These are...
Blah, 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 blah. Right, read. We are reading the chip. And it's going fast because this isn't a bloody CH3410. 3410, is that correct? Yeah, I think so. Numbers. Damn. First time. The SOP8 socket that I'm using is very temperamental. It's not guaranteed that you actually get a clean readout of these. Right. What was this again? It was a Z97
HD3?
HD3. Let's go with that. It's good enough. I save all of my dumps just on the off chance, but yeah.
Remember to flush.
Okay. Gigabyte. Right. GA Z97 HD3. Can you check what revision the board is? Wait, I've got the board.
No, I can't.
It is a Rev 1.0 because it says in the bottom left of the board. Support. LibIOS. 2016. Beta BIOS. Okay, let's not have a beta BIOS.
Ah, yes, better compatibility for 5th generation processors.
Oh yeah, there are dozens of us. Dozens. Okay, I want that. And I'm going to put that in my dumps folder. Which is where? Oh no, where the hell did I just save that dump? Heck. Oh, it's in downloads. Okay, fine, whatever.
Oh boy. Imagine if
there it is. I got it.
Organization.
Control X. There we go. Right. From dumps. Paste. There we go. Now it's in the right place.
Why were you straining so hard? You shouldn't have to strain that hard.
Everything is pain.
No. You have to breathe through your pelvis.
Okay, right. We've got our blank thing. Also, I should probably look. Let's find out if this thing has got gigabit Ethernet. No, that's not what I need. UEFI tool. Open image file. ROM dumps. Let's open our dump. No, it does not have a gigabyte. It does not have a GBE region.
It does not have gigabyte Intel.
No. So, yeah, it's all in there somewhere. Whatever. I'm just going to blast a blank BIOS onto it and see if it works. If that works, then we're onto something. That's my general policy. So, right, I have loaded the blank file. Let's write it.
Where does it say that you've actually loaded the file?
It says here, on this line here. That's saying we have now loaded this file. So, yeah. If I want to, you can open the buffer. That actually shows us the contents of what we're flashing. There is the actual binary data that we're flashing. So you can look at that and be like, oh, yes, the buffer. But yeah.
For buffering buffers.
Yes.
Buffalo.
Oh. Write error, operation terminated. Was that because I messed with the buffer? All right, I'm just going to open and try that again, just in case.
Womb. So what do the colours on your pins mean?
The pictures appearing in the bottom left is just random stuff. Just random references. I have no idea what it means. However, yeah, we're getting a right error on this. Do we just let's just double check. Let's see. MX25L 6473. Download. Not my days. 4.
You need a 1 at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it didn't pick that up. There we go. Huh. If this is 1.8 volts, I'm going to scream. Feature. Yeah, there we go. VCC 2.7 to 3.6 volts. Yeah, it is 3.3. Maybe the chip is busted then, because I can't write to it. Write error.
Arnold says there's a problem with the software and you need to manually select WinBond 25Q64.
You reckon? I'll try it.
I simply read what is written.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look. If we look in the descriptor, so going back to UEFI tool over here, I've got the.
You've gone off the left of the screen.
Oh. Interesting. I don't know. Oh, yeah, just because of yeah. I don't know why it's set up that way, but whatever. I think I zoomed it in slightly just to make text slightly easier to read. Okay, so this is the dump file that we pulled off of the chip that I've opened in UEFI tool. And if we look in the descriptor region, it tells us these are the chips that this BIOS is compatible with, that the board understands. So technically, all of these chips will read and write exactly the same. So which one did Lead Farmer say to use?
W25Q64.
Yeah, so that's this one here. So that's where that number is coming from, and that makes sense because it's on the list of compatible chips. Therefore, as far as anyone is concerned, we can treat them as the same chip. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's try that. So let's go W25Q64. Q64. W25Q64. All right. Let's try that. Right. Buffer disk is empty. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, no, stop, abort, stop it. Right, open file to write, then write, there we go.
You just set fire to it.
Chip ID does not match, ignore to continue, okay. If this doesn't work, maybe we take the backup chip off the board and see if that one will flash.
Although it looks like it's working.
Yeah. Credit where it's due. I think you might be onto something here, Lead Farmer. What's the deal with that? Do you know why?
Apparently it's a problem with the RT809
Yeah.
F2021.
Interesting. Is that just a known issue? Yeah.
So is there a new version of the RT809?
I've not updated this software for a very long time. Basically, if it's working, I don't bother updating it. If I came up against a chip that wasn't on the list, I would go and look for new software. But if it's finding the chip that I'm trying to program, I just go straight ahead, basically.
China fix.
Yeah. You link soon, Discord. Yeah, that's fair enough. DM it to me. Don't put it in general chat because I'll miss it. It'll scroll off or whatever. Or yeah. Oh, actually, well, I'll see it all the same. Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, yeah, that seemed to work. Fine.
Ta-da!
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's pull that out of the programmer and stick it back on the board. Okay.
So. Okay.
Here's the board.
If this was some silly Asus motherboard that cost £900 to buy a new one,
Yeah.
how much would you charge the person for this?
If this works, I charge them 80 quid, which is just my generic board repair fee. Because, yeah, I'd charge 80 quid. I'm open to comments on that because I still don't know what to charge for stuff. Because, it's constantly a mishmash between what the repair is worth, what the customer is willing to pay. Like if you try, like some people will be like, well, if the board costs 900 quid, then you could charge them 300 pounds for that. But, don't know, could you? It would be dead if you didn't do it. And like, are they going to find someone else who can do an who can do a chip off board reprogram? I don't know, man. Yeah, like, tell me your thoughts, folks. What do you think a repair like this would be worth?
I agree with what Sai says in the sense of charging more if you also have to rebuild the computer. Because if a customer walks in with just a bare board and says,
yeah,
oh, fuck the BIOS.
Yeah, like this came in as a bare board. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As Floor Lamp says, we start at 150 for board repair, which is also, I don't think, unreasonable.
Yeah, is that pounds or USD?
Presumably euros, because he's in Germany.
Oh, Floor Lamp, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. I thought we were talking. I thought that was Lead Farmer for a moment.
Oh,
yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, no, I wasn't listening properly. Yes, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I also think that.
But of course, like that instantly writes off this board. But then on the other hand, this board isn't worth anything. So.
Yeah, I think also, as Delka says, it depends on how expensive the board is. Because if you're fixing an 80 quid board, charging a lower price makes sense. Because if you somehow trash the board, you just buy a new one. Here you go, here's your board.
Yeah.
You know, whereas obviously if it's a £900 motherboard, you're going to charge more for that anyway.
Yeah. Oh, balls, I'm not on hecking. This is me soldering the chip back on the board, by the way, people.
Ta-da!
Sorry. Yeah. What I just did, I put some flux down, I cleaned the pads, and I'm soldering the chip back on the board.
Yeah.
Just going to add a little bit more solder to those pads.
Yeah. Why does it look like the very end of the legs actually bend back up, so the ends of the legs aren't actually in contact?
Oh, trick of the light, I guess, because, yeah, they are very much bending down. I'll see if I can tilt the board to show that.
You'd need to refocus, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
Right.
It's the magical wireless solder. That's why.
There's my toothbrush.
Brushy, brushy.
And I will use a Q-tip to try and pick up the flux because we're in the middle of the board and a toothbrush will just spread it everywhere. So toothbrush is good when you're near the edge of the board because you can kind of like scrape all the flux off the board.
I like how the only bit you can actually read on the chip is just like a little bit in the bottom. It's just like 3p.
Yeah.
Help.
There we go. That's reasonably tidy. The microscope is very unkind and you see nothing hides from the microscope. But to the naked eye it looks alright. Cool. Good, right, that's the main BIOS, so it should try and boot from that image now. Let's see what it does. Cool. I will feel sick if I have too much of this. It's nice, but it's very rich. That much being said, I have had like 500... I am drinking half a pint of it, which is a not insubstantial amount of wine to drink in one sitting, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This is the problem with wine, is it's deceptive. If you try and drink it like you would cider, you're going to have a terrible time, or a great time, depending on what you're doing.
Use one of those laptop display keyboard protectors with a toothbrush. Huh?
Laptop display keyboard protectors with a toothbrush. I know what he's talking about, yeah. You know when you buy a new laptop and it comes with like the little fabric bit on between the keyboard and the screen?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, Floor Lamp. And I assume that soaks up flux really well or something. Mulled wine is rank. You're rank, Sleepwalker. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. Welcome,
it's not.
friend. That's true, it is Sleepwalker. You're a regular. Yeah, Sleepwalker's a regular.
You're a regular.
I can insult you.
You get to be imbued. No, abused. Anyway. Rodentag.
Mulled wine is rank. Sigh, you're just begging for attention.
So much that Sai will do for attention. Like, put up with me.
Sai is like a child that misbehaves, so mummy will pay attention to him. Right. Let's see. Let's do that. HDMI. Oh.
A coffee filter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, weak. Okay. Ooh.
Did you just pull the power cable out?
Oh, it was
the same
loose.
time?
It had worked loose, and I nudged it, and it died. Look, it's fine. It calms down. It's fine. It'll be
I
all right.
like quiet computers.
It is quiet now. It just ramps its fans when you turn it on. Roasting challenge? No. Okay, right. I should probably grab a keyboard and mouse as a special treat. Where is it? Why? Yes, I did bring it over here for some bizarre reason. Oh, idiot. Okay. Yeah. All right. If this doesn't work, I'm giving up. What's the stream timer on?
Up. 2 hours 14.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay, power cycled. No, it just turned off. Yeah, it doesn't bode well. Oh, it doesn't like that at all. Okay, no, it's come back on this time. It's sulking. It's definitely having a think. Oh, there we go. Okay, right. We have a gigabyte screen.
2 or 3 restarts, as Arnold says, and then apparently rebuilding ME or NVRAM or something. However...
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't do anything from a clean BIOS, then there's no point in doing the rest of it. Yeah, like... Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to fix whatever the hell I've done with that? Yeah, there we go.
Womp, womp. Ah, have a pot. Have a different pot. Oh, sorry, have a different angle of the same pot. Have us.
Yeah, have we got... Caps lock is not working, num lock is not working. I'll reset it and spam delete. Insist on something else.
Something that isn't 4th gen.
Power cycle again. There is a person in chat called Caps Lock saying, I am working, I'll have you know.
Oh, perfect.
Amazing. Can you not hit delete? I mean, I'm trying to get it into BIOS. But yeah, that has...
Achieved nothing.
No. No. Weird. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's obviously stuck on something. There's obviously some part of it that is... There's obviously some part that is very late in the post-initialization that is failing. I don't know what, because I don't know ATX board repair. However, I think we've given this thing the benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
Because it's actually a reasonably old board, give that a go, see if it actually says anything.
Sure.
Because we've got PCI.
I've got one of those weird postcode reader boards that people are just like, get a postcode reader board. I've never seen this thing work, so I don't know if it works or not. I guess we'll try it. I'll try it on PCI Express first and see if anything happens.
Use the 1X.
The
top one.
Oh.
Only because it's the top slot.
Sure. Yeah. Is there a specific slot I should put a thing into? Works on Gigabyte PCI slot. Okay, I'll flip it and use the PCI side then. And I'll use the slot that didn't look super dodgy. Okay, I've turned it on and it's showing 3 VSB.
Ah.
Right. It's showing all zeros. Power cycling. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's giving codes. Okay. I'm going to rearrange the...
Heckin' what?
Yeah. Yeah. We might have something here. Okay. Yeah. Literally, if you... oh, I guess you could, yeah.
Huh. There you go.
Yeah. Then just, yeah, I'll just lower that down slightly, and if you just want to aim it in the software.
Yep.
There we go, and just full screen the, yeah, just full screen the thing.
Whoop. Oh no. There we go. Which one are you? You're that one. Pow.
Yeah, right click and
AA.
reset transforms. Transform and then reset transforms. There we go.
Pow.
All right. So we've got an A8 on that. I'll reset it again and just see what that does. Oh, the reset button is not working. I have no idea how to use one of these.
Set up verifying password.
Awesome. Do you want to adjust it so it's a bit less flickery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit horrid.
Hold on.
Switching off.
Huh. Oh no! Wrong way! There you go.
Nice. Okay. Right. Going to try and power it back on again.
That's cool! I've never seen one of them actually work.
No, me either. But then I've not tried it on many boards though, just because the couple of times I tried it, it didn't do anything. So I was like, I don't know what the hell, I don't know if this thing even works.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing it right, I don't know anything, you know. I smell Super I/O or chipset damage. That's my guess. There's obviously, like, it's cut out again. It's not very happy.
Huh.
Is it just mega dead now? It doesn't want to do anything now.
You need to know where to plug it. They usually work. That
Yeah.
applies to many things, floor lamp.
Super I/O is eliminated, presumably because it gives a picture. You know, presumably because Super I/O is really low level. We wouldn't be getting power on if there was a Super I/O issue. I assume. One more try, because now it doesn't want to do anything at all.
1D.
Yeah, then it just dies. Okay, I'm gonna take the card out and just see if the computer will stay on, because it it doesn't. Seems like it almost seems like it doesn't like the card being in. Let's try it again.
Vehicle reversing.
All right, now it just won't stay on. Now it's just mega dead. Are you power cycling or are you dying?
Right, for the newest boards, you need a different postcard. This one only
Yeah.
supports LPC and PCI port 0x80 messages. For pretty much everything, you need to plug it into the TPM slot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so that's you would use like one of these headers on the side to plug it into the TPM slot with a newer card. But yeah, I'm just doing a BIOS reset for a sec just to see if that settles it.
So what is LPT? Oh,
Yeah, we've got
sorry, LPC.
LPC1 and LPC2.
Yeah, sorry, no, Floor
Yeah.
Lamp said LPC.
Yeah.
And then I read
Oh,
LPT.
LPT. Yeah.
And went,
that's
hold
your,
on a minute.
Yeah, that's
and I
your
was like,
printer port.
wait, that's a freaking printer port. What? My printer gives me BIOS postcodes? Oh god, a dot matrix printer that's just running out all of the codes as it posts.
I'm just going to short the jumper. That BIOS is definitely reset. Let's try you again just to make you run. Oh, helps if I power it on. Low pin count bus. Ah, fair. Connects the chipset to pretty much everything. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Is there heat coming off of any chips?
It's a legacy protocol superseded by eSpy.
Yeah. There was a little bit of warmth in the PCH. CPU is room temp. Yeah, CPU is... It's not getting hot, but it's outputting. Okay, we posted again. The CPU is not doing much of anything. Like, I can still hold my fingers on the CPU. Like, the board is sitting on the post screen, and I'm still holding my fingers on the CPU here. This is a write-off. Definitely. Okay, now the CPU is actually starting to generate heat. Put the cooler on it. Right, let's try it one more time, just for science. I think we have hit the end of the road. I'm just poking a dead body now at this point, to be honest.
I have enjoyed this board. And
Yeah.
eBay. eSpy postcode reader. Oh.
All right, we're sitting on the post screen. We have the gigabyte splash screen, and we've got a code 71. What do we think about that? Southbridge DXE SMM init.
Mate.
Yeah, it does sound like a chipset problem. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the Southbridge is kill. Very well. Yeah, all right. Okay,
Wicked, wicked.
should we call that the diagnostic, the Southbridge is kill? Because that makes sense. This is a late post hardware initialized thing.
Yes.
Did you flash both BIOS chips? I didn't flash both of them, but we only flashed the main one. But at this point, we kind of have no reason to believe that flashing the backup BIOS is going to do anything at all. You should see many codes popping up in sequence instead of just one. I agree, Pianov.
We did when it was turning on.
Yeah, but
now it has.
this time.
But it has now paused on this code.
Yeah. Just hit reset.
Yeah.
and it turned off. Oh, there we go. It's coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
6.7. That's what it gave before, wasn't it? 6.7 was the verifying BIOS password code, wasn't it? I think.
I thought that was A8.
Oh, I forget. Yeah. So the South Bridge is sort of room temp. It's not cold, but
Comebacks and status quo.
Yeah. Pretty much random postcodes here. Yeah. Okay. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything more to learn here. Is the main thing.
Yeah. So start that again. Where does one get one of the new postcode cards for new boards? Because I did a quick eBay and internet search and 0 results existed for like eSpy postcode reader or.
Yeah. Do you want to take us back to Facecam? That's a question for the chat.
That is to the chat. Yes.
Yeah. Where do we get a new? Where do I get a new one of these from?
Because if they actually work,
I was going to say,
I want one.
Yeah. That's kind of neat that actually works. You know, I mean, I think the main thing is like
Elmore has one sold.
In any video I've done where I've been doing no post diagnostics, I've been going through, you know, like trying different RAM, trying a different, you know, reseating CPU, trying a different power supply, and so on. The comment section has always been like, put in a postcode reader, put in a postcode reader, and I'm like, cool. Or I could just try the different components, you know. So it's a case of like, the question is always, what can this tell me that I don't like? To be honest, we kind of knew that the board was dead before we put this in. This might tell me why the board is dead, but it didn't actually help us in any meaningful way. That's the thing. So like, if a fancy version of this costs £100, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying £100 for that, because unless you're actually planning on replacing like the South Bridge or whatever, it doesn't actually help you. The result is still the same. The motherboard is kill. You know, it can help, I suppose. I mean, I guess it might help you narrow down faster. I mean, that much being said, like, if the postcode reader works consistently, then you could just slap that in there and it would just say it's the memory and save you the hassle of going through all of the power supply testing and stuff like that. So I guess plenty of things that it can help immediately without having to disassemble anything. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done with this.
Oh.
Are you seeing shiny things other than what we're trying to look for now?
Yeah, that is precisely what I thought it was. USB Type-C power delivery to 6-pin PCI Express.
I hate it. Why would... I'd say why would you do that, but I'm... Overclockers, I guess. Have I tried a different RAM slot? Actually,
Fabulous.
no. So I'm going to quickly do that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, good old Elmore Labs.
If it works with the RAM in a different slot, I'm going to scream.
Oh, little front panel board.
Is this the board you dropped the screw on? No, that got RMA'd. That's gone. Posted and then power cycled. Now it's not posting. What?
Rubber feet discontinued. Buy your discontinued feet here.
I see.
Where's the other board you were supposed to return?
In a box over there. Try that one more time because inconclusive. Oh, my days.
It's dead!
I know. Right. When you go to the preview and the preview is still showing you heating up things. Okay, right. Let's see. Yeah. I think code 71 seems to be a BIOS problem. On what basis? Elaborate.
Collaborate and listen.
Yeah. Right. But
oh, hold on. Can I fix this? No, I can't. Oh, well, I can.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yes, there you go. Try again now, floor lamp. There you go.
Fun tin motherboard. I love it.
Oh, my funting motherboard.
Is that an M.2 connector?
Mini PCIe.
Huh. Oh, whack. Can you plug that into laptops?
Interesting.
Also, this thing is stuck on the post screen. It's dead. I'm done with this. You can. Neat.
Well then. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to exist.
Oh, just need to wire it up. Yeah, but it's got an M.2 connector on it. Like, could you put that into, say, like, the Wi-Fi card connector? Or an M.2 slot, you know?
There we go. Are we going to buy...
On some machines, fair enough, yeah.
Are we going to buy computer components?
Are we going to buy computer?
How much money do
Yeah,
people
let's have a
to
look.
spend?
Right, budget is 1,200 quid.
Okay. What does that need to include?
I can't remember if we need a monitor, keyboard, and mouse in this or not.
Then we
However,
will build an £800 computer and go from there.
I was going to say, well, I would say build a £1,000 computer and go from there, because you can buy a not terrible monitor for 100 quid these days.
Yeah, no.
So-
But that's what I'm saying. We'll build an £800 computer and go from there because it's the same thing.
I guess, and then you just
Because
increase
because you
up the
spend more on the
card
graphics
slightly.
card.
Yeah. I really want it to be AM5.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
AliExpress.com.
Okay, no, I want to be able to buy it before Christmas.
7500F. 7-day delivery. 7-day delivery. Mine arrived in 6.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So the 7500F.
£99 plus tax.
What is a 7500F?
It's a 7600 without a GPU.
Huh. Very well. Okay. Pretty good. Sure. Okay. Well, let's spec up a PC around that then. Do you want to hit desktop capture so the people can see what we're doing?
I will do in a
Yep.
second. I will close you, and then I will close you. Goodbye, floor lamp.
Wow.
Choose CPU. 7500. Select price. Manually enter price. £120.
Oh, for postcodes refer to this. All right. Yeah, can you quickly open that? And yeah, we need yeah, bookmark it. That'll do. We need to put that in references.
There we go. Choose a CPU cooler. Thermal, right.
This is how you end up with zero profit. I mean, maybe. I aim to stick a £100 build fee on a PC.
Yes. Okay.
My objective is to make £100. I'm going to carry on taking this apart because this is dead, Jim. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Go directly to a new motherboard. When you realise you need a keyboard, a mouse, and monitor. Yeah, well, if we aim for £1,000, the customer's got £1,200 to spend, and if we aim for about £1,000, that means 1,000 cost price, 1,100 sell price, and £100 available to buy a 80 or 90 quid gaming monitor, because you can get like you can get an IPS panel with 160 hertz refresh rate for 80 quid nowadays, and like I don't know, 20 quid for a cheap keyboard and mouse or something like that. You know, something around those areas, and then you end up saying, okay, you know, it's going to be like $12.50 if you want the monitor, keyboard, and mouse kind of thing. You know, that's the kind of thing that I've got in mind. Why not sell the monitor from the shop? I mean, we want to keep this monitor. I mean, if Caradog wants to sell it, then sure. However, yeah, don't sell your own equipment unless you actually want to sell it. And also remember, if you're selling the equipment, that's still cost price. Like, the monitor wasn't free, we still bought it, so that still adds on to the price of the computer. So that doesn't actually make any difference whatsoever. You just upgraded a 3600 to a 5700 X3D. Oh yeah, that's a big upgrade. Sell Caradog.
No. I'm the only thing in the shop that makes any money.
5800 X3D. I really want this to be AM5 because...
especially if it's £1,000 computer.
Yeah, because yes, the 5700 X3D and the 5800 X3D are excellent CPUs, but AM4 is a dead end. You know, you really don't want to be buying AM4 today unless you've got like £600 or £700 to spend. On a budget of £1,000, you should be able to fit an AM5 system into there, and then you'll be bottom end AM5, but you've got all of that upgrade headroom into the future. You just released the new version of Open Superclone. I absolutely need to... perfect timing to prepare a data recovery setup stream. That's not a terrible idea, actually, because that might actually get me to set that up.
What case?
What case? I'm not sure at the moment. Let's stick... let's stick a Corsair 4000D on there, because that's 70 quid, which is... I should have bought some of those heckin' cheap Corsair cases. I completely forgot. I was going to buy some of those. Yeah, because...
Yes, I bought one. It was good.
Cool.
It reminded me of how much of a difference there is between a Corsair case and a cheap case.
This is why I didn't like those Antecs. I know they were cheap, but just... Yeah. Yeah, this is why, you know... at some point I said a premium case, like at £70, and someone in the chat was just like, lol, that's not premium. And I'm like, you don't understand what the term premium means, clearly. You know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Where was I going with this? Yeah. However, at the very least, if we put on a Corsair 4000D at 70 quid, I'll then, you know, I can talk to the customer and say, hey, you know, we've accounted for about 70 quid for the case. We can change it for something else. So if you want RGB, we can change it to a fractal pop air, which costs about the same amount. So it's a good, it's a good boundary.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
And Fireframe, what do you mean? You say, why not AM4? The customer will be back soon. What does that mean? Like, do you want me to sell an obsolete computer so they come back and upgrade it again? Because that's called scamming someone, you know.
Basically, this is what I think right now is roughly a meta build for bottom end AM5.
Okay.
7500F.
Yeah.
Peerless Assassin, if you think you want one, or you can just use the stock blower because it's a 700 watt.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a 70 watt part or something.
We could put in an uprated cooler just so when they do upgrade the CPU, they already have the cooler, or you could knock that off in order to get under budget if we need to.
Yeah. B650M HDV because it's a cracking board and it's basically minimum viable. This Corsair Vengeance because it's the cheapest.
6000 CL30.
Yeah. That SSD because it's fine and it's the cheapest fine 2
terabytes is tasty. I think that's like, I would spec with 1 terabyte, so putting in 2 terabytes is certainly a bonus.
No graphics card because you pick that on the day because
fit to budget.
I still think that the video card market is you buy off of eBay and see what you can screw out that day.
Yeah.
Basically always.
Yeah. Fireframe says, obsolete for who? A novice gamer who will not see the difference. Obsolete because it's a 5-year-old platform. AM4 is obsolete. It has been replaced. They're buying a brand new computer. They don't expect to buy a 5-year-old platform. Like, if your budget will only fit. See a floor lamp. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, if your budget was less than £800.
Yeah, like if your budget can't afford AM5, absolutely you go AM4. But like, you know, we've got a base price of 600 quid here with AM5. Obviously, and so then obviously it's plus graphics card. Yeah. So why wouldn't you use AM5? If you can afford AM5, why would you use AM4?
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, basically that gives you a basic starting point of a build of 615 quid.
Yeah.
And that gets you onto AM5.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So now, like, if we're aiming for £1,000, we've now got like 280 to 300. We've got like just shy of 300.
Why not get
quid.
Intel then? Because AMD's better.
Yeah.
Are you just an idiot? Like, I'm going to be rude on this statement, but are you just stupid? Because the AM5, every AM5 CPU is basically better than all of the Intel ones that are out there at the moment.
Also, AM5 is future-proof for the next 6 years. Well, 5 years.
And you can then just upgrade to a 9800 X3D if you need something faster, which is the fastest gaming CPU, and you change nothing else.
Yeah.
Or you buy Intel and have to replace literally everything other than the RAM.
Yeah. Like, no offense, but you're just objectively wrong.
You can get new 12th gen.
12th gen isn't new. 12th gen isn't new.
It's 3 generations old. I don't know what point you're making.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got 600 quid, so that means we've got just shy of 400 quid to spend on a graphics card now, which is a decent amount of money.
Yeah. The only problem is obviously based off of new pricing, that actually doesn't give you much.
No.
Because based on new pricing, £400 is.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can just about get 7800s.
Oh really? Yeah,
you'll be over budget.
I was going to say like 7700 XT or something like that.
Yeah, you could get into a 7700 XT. Yeah.
Grandpa, please go to sleep. AM5 is already 2 years old. Yeah, that's true. But when was AMD said they were supporting it to 2026, something like that?
Yeah.
However, also, they said that AM4 would get 5 years of support, but in reality, it's actually ended up being like 6 or 7. So even if we assume that AM5 is only supported until like 27 or something like that, probably going to be a bit longer than that based on what we saw with AM4. So yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But suffice to say, like, the point still stands. Okay, yeah. What's that you just added in?
That's the
7700
cheapest
XT,
7700 XT right now, I think.
Yeah. What do we think about the 7700 XT? That's 12 gigs. It's not 16 gigs,
Yeah.
but that's not too shabby.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But you can get that and be under 1,000, which fits in your 1,200 budget.
Yeah, and that means we
basically.
can very comfortably throw in a monitor, keyboard, and mouse in that as well, and actually make money on the build.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that seems reasonable. So yes. What are you looking at? 6950. Oh, yeah. 450 maybe.
By now. Oh. There you go, just cut off all the junk off the bottom. There you
Yeah.
go. Okay, they are selling, they are listed for 450. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What about 68? What about 6850 then?
6,800.
Was there a 6850 or was it just the
No.
6800? Yeah.
These are currently 400s.
Yeah.
I picked one up for 300
Mm.
a week or so ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Keep your eye out, and there's probably a good one in there.
Yeah.
So like, if you were built, if you the viewer were building this computer, that's probably the smart buy, is to stick a second-hand 6800 XT in it. For me, someone who wants to buy parts to be delivered this week, I'm going to put a 7700 XT in it.
Oh,
And
whoops, I'm price filtering over 350, that's why.
Sure.
I just wanted to cut the fans off that it lists.
Yeah, you put in 10, not 100 then.
Yeah. Faulties, yeah, okay. That's not massively changing anything.
No.
But yeah, how much is an RTX
How much-
3090?
Yeah, what was the 7800 XT again? Was that like 450? How much was that?
The 77
Yeah, and how much was the
is
78?
370.
Yeah, and how much was the 78?
And the 6800
Yeah, how much is the 7800 XT? Like, let's go more expensive.
is 420.
Yeah, so if he doesn't need a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, you could fit a 7800 in there. That's where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 50 quid, basically.
50 quid, that's not a king's ransom, yeah. Like, I'm almost tempted to say, if you, like, you know, my client is saying they've got 1,200 quid to spend. If I said to them, can you stretch to 1,250 and we get a 7800 XT in there, that gets you onto a 16 gig card as well, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's a no-brainer to spend the extra 50 quid. And like, obviously, this is a trap. You can keep saying, oh, it's an extra 50 quid here. Oh, spend an extra £20 here. Oh, spend an extra tenner there. You know, but an extra 50 quid to get up to go from a 7700 XT to a 7800 XT, if they've got an extra, like, that seems like a no-brainer to me. If they said, no, 1,200 is my final offer, I didn't want to spend that much, I wanted to spend £1,000, but I said I'd go to 1,200, then you say, okay, 7700 XT it is. But if they said, oh, I set out to spend about 1,200, so yeah, 1,250 is completely doable. 7800 XT is wasted at 1080p. Yeah, but he can always buy a bigger monitor later on down the line.
Also, who says he's playing at 1080p?
Well, if we're spending 100 quid on a monitor.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. However, with the monitor, keyboard, and mouse, I'm kind of working on the assumption that we're going to buy minimum viable for this with the intention of upgrading that later on down the line.
I would nudge them towards a 6800 XT, just because if you can pick them up for 380, they're functionally the same card.
Oh, what is the 7800 XT?
Yeah, the performance is plus minus 5%.
Yeah.
And if you're saving 40 or 50 quid on it,
Yeah.
so if you can get,
That's
especially
a new
as this is,
listing. Yeah.
especially as this is an Asus tough one as well, it's not, Wo Chung Lo AliExpress special.
Kind of tempted to hit buy on that while
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah, that's not terrible. So yeah,
Yeah. Should we do that actually?
I'll leave that open in a second.
Yeah.
How much is a 7900 GRE?
Wish 4TB SSDs were cheaper than they are currently. Yeah. 2TB is the sweet spot. After that, you start paying a premium.
Oh, I removed a graphics card. Whoops.
Ba, 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 ba.
Right, that's 370, yeah? That's 370. Interesting. Yeah, again, if you were happy to get a 6700 XT, which
Yeah.
is again similar performance, you could take off nearly £100.
Yeah. And if I had someone who had £1,000 to spend, we'd be cooking with that.
Yeah, because that's a 6700 XT
Yeah,
for
that gets you.
279.
That gets you into
Yeah.
a £1,000 sell price with a card like that.
GREs are 475 on eBay.
Yeah. Probably very tasty, but out of our budget.
Yeah. Cheapest first.
Do you clean, repaste,
Yeah.
replace on used GPUs? Not unless it gave me cause to believe it needed it. Like when I buy a secondhand graphics card, the first thing I'm going to do is just throw some stress tests at it and just see what it does. You know, if it's running abominably hot, then I might be like, cool, okay, let's try repasting this. But, you know, if it tests fine, then I'd leave it alone, basically. If there's no cause to believe there's a problem, then don't touch it, basically. It's just not necessary.
Yeah.
What power supply do we pick? We've got a RM750X in there, which is fine, basically.
Yeah, it was the cheapest kind of instant pick, you know, it was the cheapest easy instant pick from the list of 750 watts.
Yeah.
I could look at the other ones and you know, pick out a good one from that, but it was just a case of kind of that's the starting point, and you can take off probably a $5 from the price by picking one of the other ones, but you need to just double check what the other ones are, I would do.
Yeah, everything's going to shuffle slightly when you actually start putting it into your cart anyway, because like, for example, I'm going to try and buy everything from Amazon, which means I might end up spending an extra $5 here or there because Amazon instead of Scan and things like that. So, you know, so blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay. Yeah, either way, though, I think the 7700 XT, and I would see if I can sell them on a 7800 XT.
Yeah.
But also, I think what I'll probably do is over the weekend, I'll actually put that into an Amazon cart and just see where it comes out. If I can get that actual price in an Amazon cart, then I could try and sell the customer on the 7800 XT. Can you build an AM5 PC from parts in the shop? I don't have enough stuff in stock for that. I do have an AM5 motherboard in, but it's currently untrusted. I do plan on testing that once I get a CPU. Actually, on that note, I'll definitely buy one of those 7500Fs from AliExpress now. I need to get that on the way. So, yeah. So I'll do that as soon as we hit stop streaming.
Fair enough. There you go, 150 quid. Dell G2725D, 180 hertz, 1440p.
Oh, gosh, it's a good time to be buying a monitor right now, isn't it? The bottom end monitor market is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be.
It's fantastic. Like 150 quid for 1440p, 180 hertz IPS.
Yeah.
That's pretty bang good. Like, you know, my monitors are 1440p. 165 hertz, and I bought those for 400 quid a pop. You know.
I think the G27 QPF is also a good, well-reviewed monitor as well.
Yeah. Like those aren't going to fit into the budget we've got here, but I will I will tell the customer these are options. And
Oh yeah, and
however,
27Q, that's also a cracking option.
I'll tell the customer these are options, but they don't fit into the £1,200 budget. And personally, I would go cheap on the monitor because a nice 1080p monitor is fine. And you can just buy another monitor later on, and then you have 2 monitors, and you can dual screen. So, like, I don't think it's a waste of money to buy a 1080p monitor to start out, and then buy a nice 1440p later on down the line, and then dual screen.
Yeah. If you add in that monitor and take the 7700, you're effectively only asking them for £31. You're actually effectively just asking them for £1,231 for your £100 build price.
Yeah.
So it's only £31.
Yeah. Which graphics card is that with?
7700.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So you could do that for about
So
30
I would
quid.
say that's the build. That's the list that we'll save. That's the one that I'll try and put together. And we've still got the Peerless Assassin in there as well,
and
which technically you could drop.
Yeah, you could take that out. You could take that to a 1 terabyte SSD and save yourself 20 or 30 quid there as well.
Turnip Gaming says,
you could do it.
I don't know if it's just me. I feel like 2 terabyte isn't enough storage these days. No, however, we've got a budget. And I think buying a computer with 2 terabytes of storage is pretty good going.
Yeah.
Storage is really easy to add. Like I said earlier, I said not long ago, I said I'd start on 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to just add another M.2 drive in that I don't see the point in blowing your budget on storage.
Yeah, not right at the beginning.
Yeah.
I would be eBay hunting on graphics card just because you will save up to £100 off of this price.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
By buy it nows on 6700s and things like that.
Yeah.
And if you can slash £100 out of the GPU price for similar card, you've suddenly just bought this monitor.
Yeah.
So
That's a good result. Yeah. Yeah. Like this, I think the CPU is a really compelling start point. You know, people want higher end CPUs than that, but we had this discussion. You don't actually need it. And
this is absolutely fine.
Yeah. And of course, it's AM5. You can just change it later on down the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the minimum disk in a new build now, Graham? I mean, well, like I just said, personally, the minimum is 1 terabyte, but we've managed to fit 2 terabytes into this build. So, yeah. Yeah. I take it the 7500F isn't available in the West.
I've seen it, but it's been like £140, £150.
Yeah.
And because these all have free shipping.
Yeah, because they're on choice shipping. No, they're not.
And they're £99.
Yeah.
They're, £20 or £30 cheaper, which is what you're.
Yeah.
You're obviously trying to save every bit.
I like it. Yeah.
How much are the 7800X3Ds on here?
£38. Never not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, still sky high. 390. That's
about 400.
better. But then by the time that's in your cart and you pay VAT on that and stuff like that, that's going to end up being 450.
Yeah.
Like the prices that we're seeing there, that's not what you're actually going to pay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's 450 actually in stock and deliverable.
Sure, but
whereas if
this is the problem. I don't think the 7800X3D is worth 450 though. We've seen them so much cheaper than that. I just don't think they're worth that much. I guess if you really want to buy one now, like you're dead set, like that's the CPU I want, then it's tolerable.
But what else are you going to buy for fastest or second fastest gaming CPU?
Well, that's it. I guess I would buy a cheap CPU and upgrade later. But
yeah, because you're still saving £10 or so off of the UK price. If that's even in stock.
It
is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Amazon have got them. Yeah, but still, that price is like the highest it's ever been. So it's a tough sell.
Yeah, there's no UK stock.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah. I mean, the Call of Duty 300 gig install is because it's installing 4 Call of Duty games. You can't just select one of them because, like, Black Ops 6 is 80 gig, I think.
Fair enough.
Which I don't think is unreasonable for a modern.
No, a triple.
2024 game.
I expect a AAA game to be around 70 or 80 gigs.
Yeah. And if you can install the multiplayer only, I think, and save a couple of gigs off of that as well anyway, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
But yes, I think that is a reasonably good parts list.
Yeah, I like that build a lot.
The only thing, you can change the motherboard, so you can spend like more money
I was going to say
for less motherboard, but I don't know why you would.
I kind of want to try and find a full ATX version of it for the pimp value, just so we're not putting in a micro ATX board.
Sure.
But it's still a B650 board. There's functionally nothing wrong with that.
Basically, your options on motherboards, functionally, your options on motherboard are this, and then X870E.
Oh.
To get anything better than this board.
Fine. Yeah, okay.
Or the B650E Aorus Master or whatever it was, the one you've got.
Yes. Yeah, I like that
That's
board.
your option, but that's like another £100.
Yeah, I was going to say that board is probably closer to 200.
It's probably another 120.
Yeah, and that's going to kill the budget.
And now you have to lose the cooler and reduce the SSD size. So it's just kind of.
That's quite a nice looking board actually.
And the other thing as well is it means you could use a micro ATX case.
Yeah. Oh, I opened that up expecting to see like a 4-phase VRM with no heatsink on it.
The B650 Eagle is 133. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not awful.
I'll level with you though. I'm not a fan of Gigabyte AM5 motherboards right now. Like my one's working okay, but Gigabyte don't have a good track record for AM5 with me right now.
What?
Maybe I'm being unfair. Oh yeah, 136 Eagle AX, and that's and that's full ATX, so that'll fill out the case as well. Because and I know when I say I want it to fill the case, I know I'm being what's the term, vain with that, but
daft.
You're spending $1,000 on a PC. You want it to be a gaming PC with a Windows side panel.
Yeah.
You don't want a dorky little ATX motherboard in there.
It's got Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's got Wi-Fi.
I think that's worth the money to me.
Yeah.
Again, assuming that Amazon have it at a decent price, because I would like to buy it all from Amazon. And Amazon have got it at a perfectly reasonable price. Yeah. Let's swap the board out for that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as I said,
that's a good result.
I'd still be eBay scouring for graphics cards.
Absolutely, that's a really good build, and you can swap that graphics card out as per our discussion. You can buy a 70. You can get better deals if you jump on eBay and pick one of those up. So okay, go home now. We're going to eBay. I am going to wrap up.
For £9 you could go up to a 6800.
Yeah.
By eBaying.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I definitely think that's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. ASRock B650 live mixer.
Yeah, the live mixer. It's the one that's orange. It's the orange paint spray one.
Oh, I
paint
see.
Splatter one.
Screams gamer. Look, I want the Sonic motherboard, all right? Yeah.
It's that.
You know what?
It's a really good board as well.
I really appreciate that these boards exist. I really appreciate ASRock for making these boards exist, because that's not my cup of tea, but I think it's cool, man.
I'm just really sad that the blue one didn't exist.
Yeah. Like, if I saw that in someone's computer, I'd be like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that in my PC, but if I saw it in someone else's, I would say that's cool.
Because I saw somewhere that there was going to be a one which had
Fanta board.
Blue, that had blue with a white PCB.
Yeah.
And I was just like...
Yeah.
Like, options!
Everyone laughed at the Sonic motherboard, but it looked cool, man.
Yeah.
And like, I got friends who are super into Sonic, and they would love to have that in their PC.
Yeah, the only problem was it was Z790.
Yeah, but still,
Oh, if only if it had launched on AM5.
Yeah, literally that. This is one of the... I appreciate ASRock for doing this stuff. I'll sell you my World of Tanks board. Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I want.
ProPoint as a 16 and a 4X PCI, not a 16 and a 1X like the GigaCrap and Co. Yeah, I suppose. Depends on how useful that is, because, you know, it's nice to have some expansion, but like who's actually using it, your mileage may vary.
What's this? Is this 30?
Japan makes Hello Kitty Mobos.
30,
yeah.
38, 38, 96. Yeah.
We didn't get the Z97 board working then. No, it's kill. We washed it. We tested it. We flashed the BIOS on it. It still won't work, so it's dead. We are assuming that there's something wrong. Best guess is there's something wrong with the south bridge on it. Is our best guess. However, we've certainly gone past the point of it being worth looking at. I think we gave this thing the benefit of the doubt. Right. I have enjoyed this conversation in English.
Indeed.
Yes. I might buy that 7800. Sorry, that's 6800 on eBay as soon as we hit stop recording, and just buy it in as just a mid/high-end graphics card. Failing that, I could sell in my 3080 Ti, because that's probably down to like 400 quid value now as well.
No, it isn't.
You don't think so?
No.
What's the 3080 Ti worth? I think
depressing amounts.
Oh, you think it's less?
No.
450? Yeah, okay, yeah, I could still
470.
get 470 for it. Yeah, okay, it's still worth a bit more than that then.
And it's a 3080 Ti.
Yeah.
With 12 gigs of RAM or something horrid, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's 12 gigs.
Yeah.
Because
Or you could buy a
Nvidia.
Or you could buy a 6800 XT and get 16 gigs for 290 quid.
We need to stop buying Nvidia cards. I'm serious.
Yes.
I was on Joey Does Tech's live stream yesterday. So I wasn't on it. I was in chat. And the subject of graphics cards came up, and you know, people were like sort of, oh yeah, I generally buy Nvidia, you know, and that was the consensus. And I was kind of busy, and I didn't want to get on a soapbox and do a speech, but I wanted to be like, no, stop buying Nvidia graphics cards.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
Actually buy the AMD graphics cards.
Nvidia's for video encoding, I guess. Yeah, they're good at Handbrake. I'll give them that.
But you can do exactly the same thing with...
However, like, yeah, if you're in a hurry to get your transcoding done, then your workflow sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you're in a hurry to get your transcoding done, use an ARC card because it's even faster.
Sure.
If you're going to go down that route.
Yeah.
You still don't buy Nvidia, you buy the RK770 because it's even faster.
Yeah. I've enjoyed this conversation in English.
7900 XTX Master Race. Exactly.
Yep. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week with something else. Maybe the Open Superclone thing, where we build up an Open Superclone setup.
Where we openly super the clones.
Indeed. So yeah. And Mancave Hobby says, no, I've always bought Nvidia and I won't stop. Well, enjoy
continuing to be part of the problem.
Enjoy buying another 8 GB graphics card when the 50 series comes out. Anyway, but yeah. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Back next week with something else. Twitch.tv/NethSM to see my dumb face playing Subnautica tomorrow at 7 PM UK time.
Just your face playing it?
Yes.
No other part of you?
Nope, you can't see the game. It's just my face. Goodbye.